Oh,
Oh?
oh, children
Yes?
of the Lord.
Wow. This has begun with a different energy than I expected.
Blessings be upon you.
So when you thought up this joke?
Yeah. Which
how-
joke?
The joke of beginning the stream as though you were beginning some kind of church service or sermon
Yeah.
or preaching to some congregation.
Yeah.
How far in advance did you think it up?
Well, that's a great question, Kat, and the answer is we're going to do the entire service
Oh, wow.
from the Book of Common
Well,
Prayer.
I think my question was more how far in advance before we hit the button on the Yeti mic did you think of the joke?
Oh, no time at all.
No time at all.
No time at all. I
Right.
heard the music. I saw what I have to assume is that to me looks like. What was the guy called? Augustinius?
You mean? No, I don't know who you're thinking. Are you thinking of like? Who are you thinking of?
Like a old clerical thinker. He
Like
wrote a lot
Thomas
of like.
Aquinas?
Yeah.
No.
I think that's maybe Saint Augustine is the guy I'm
Sure,
thinking
could be
of.
One.
You're looking at a picture of Virginia, but we're looking at the preview image of what playlist are we listening to here, Kat?
So I have a really I'm very passionate about YouTube, overly specific YouTube playlists. Usually, in my experience, made by teen girls
Yeah.
trying to achieve a kind of vibe.
It's definitely like a trend among some teens.
Well, when I was on Tumblr in 2012, for me, it was 8 tracks.
Yeah, totally. I remember 8 tracks.
And now it seems like it's YouTube playlists. Anyway, getting in on the action is Filosofia Académica, which is a Portuguese language YouTube channel that has a bunch of like philosophy themed playlists with overly specific title.
Oh boy.
And this one is called Playlist to Study Like a Medieval Philosopher Having the Truth Revealed by Divine Grace.
God, those were the days, right? Where like
Mm.
if you were a medieval philosopher in, I imagine, a lot of religious or philosophical traditions, but especially in my experience in the Christian tradition,
Yeah.
and you like had an idea
Yeah.
that was a real banger,
Yeah.
you could immediately say, with confidence and with comfort,
Yeah.
this was given to me by the divine.
Well, unless it was information that was going to get you excommunicated.
Was going to get you killed. But if you're just like, maybe we should treat others, love each
we
other
should treat each other as lovely.
as though we want to be treated. And you can be like, wow,
Yeah.
I'm the first person ever to have thought that.
Yes.
God told me.
God told it to me, and I've written it down on this vellum.
What do you think Foucault thought when he had a real banger of an idea?
Jackie, Foucault was writing in like the 1960s
This
and
is what
70s.
I'm saying. He didn't have this available to
Oh,
him. So what's
okay.
he thinking when he has a
Sure.
real banger?
He was thinking, when I go to the clinic, I am seeing the doctors and they are, how you say, bastards.
So your voice for Foucault
Yeah.
is, I would describe as sour Kim Kitsuragi.
Yeah, I think that strikes me as Foucault. Man loved his cat. Oh, hi.
The sweet baby is here.
That sweet baby is here, which is great because, Robot Ghost. No, not Robot Ghost. That was 7 days ago, Robot Ghost. Somebody. It was Lucretia Mott. Lucretia Mott wanted me to be sure that I told Virginia that she was loved by them.
You are loved by the chat, and in this instance, Lucretia Mott flicking her ears.
Flicking her ears, thinking a tiny meow or two. She's here. She's here.
She's here.
Oh,
Erin Emily,
Virginia.
also redeemed.
Erin Emily loves you. Can you give her a little pat on the head, please? Yeah. Oh, she loves it.
Her recovery is going very well,
Yes.
all things considered. Oh, Sporkeye redeemed. I will tell Virginia the cat that you love her.
Yeah. Can you just, and like a little pat as well? Oh, when she closes her eyes.
And so
when
did
her head
Era
is patted.
Void.
Yeah,
Thank you so
great.
much, Arrow
Oh,
Hawk,
and
for
Gremlin
subscribing.
wants us to hydrate.
Annan Gremlin says, this hydrate is for Virginia. She can't. We are drinking wine that had a horse on the label, on the bottle.
Which
So...
has inspired Jack to come up with a new song that I would love for them to tell you about.
Yeah, the song is called Horse Wine.
Yeah.
And that's really all you need to know. In my head, it sort of has like a Western movie theme where, you know, like running through the prairies, galloping through the grasslands, horse wine.
Yeah.
Stamping with its big hooves, drinking of the liquids, horse wine.
It seems like the horse wine song goes to the tune of Hot Dog.
The hot dog, the horse wine song, I feel like comes from
Please allow horse wine.
me. Yeah, I can do that.
Could you do that? Because you're closest to the clicker.
There we go.
Yeah. There we go.
The hot dog song is a song that we came up with when we visited Costco.
No. I was thinking of hot dog.
Da 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 ba da da.
Horse wine. Because that's what you've been singing.
No, I thought I was singing something a little more close to the Beatles' Get Back.
Oh, horse wine.
Da 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 da.
Horse wine.
Da da da.
Yeah.
Horse wine.
Yeah. Oh, got it. The other song that Jack came up with that I think is going to be soundtracked really nicely above this choral music is that we went to Costco the other day and Jack saw the sign for 100% all natural beef Kirkland signature hot dogs, and then started singing a little ditty that was stuck in our heads for the rest of the day, and it went like this. 100% all natural beef, Kirkland signature hot dogs. 100% original beef, Kirkland signature hot dogs. 100% natural beef, Kirkland signature hot dogs. 100% original beef, Kirkland signature hot dogs.
Now, the thing about this song is less the coming up with it and more the way that it inveigled itself.
Oh, it was so inveigled.
We couldn't stop singing it,
Yeah,
and we tried.
we did.
We put it to the back of our brains, and we were walking around Costco behind our masks, going 100% natural beef, Kirkland signature hot dogs.
100% natural beef.
Kirkland signature hot dogs.
So that's been our week. I
We-
think we went a little punchy because of Virginia's recovery. I have to say.
I think so too. Her recovery is all good. A little a slight cat blip. She's a little off her food at the moment,
We
but
wish
I think
that she would eat more.
I think when you have tum-tum surgery,
Yeah.
that's how it's going to be.
Simply how it'll be.
And I also think that we are seeing the vet on
Monday.
and Dr. Perot will be able to.
Yeah. Tell us all about it.
Dr. Perot, the brusque.
Yeah, and she's still in a little cone, which I also think would make it difficult for me to want to eat if my head were in a little cone. This makes everything so difficult.
I think she also has broadly forgotten that she's in the cone in a sort of very Virginia way. She
Things
clearly,
just got more difficult.
things got more difficult. I saw her trying to groom her face earlier today. You know, in the way cats do, where they like lick their front paw and then rub their front paw on their head.
And she rubs it on the little.
But what she does is she just licks the inside of the cone as though she's rubbing her paw, and then rubs her paw on her head through the cone. Sort of like every step is like very slightly wrong.
Yeah. And sometimes she'll go to lick her beard and she'll just lick the cone instead.
Like she does a lot of cone licking.
Yeah, bless her.
Anyway, this stream is one of 4 kind of brackets of streams to thank folks for their generosity in contributing to Virginia's care. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we are, as we were then, immensely grateful for people's support. And as such, you know, what started out as incentives, I guess, is now like a series of thank you streams. Last week we played AI Dungeon and it flipped out.
Yeah.
Remember when it was like, you keep crying, and then it just repeated it 7 times?
Yes, I do remember that. We had to change the
AI to try and
AI
like
that
get
we
it
were
out of its Also on the cards is a Hammaker Schlemmer stream, but we really want to do that justice. There's an LP of Stray, which is going to be a little bit more work, and we're both pretty busy at the moment.
And we want to get back to Inscription.
And we want to get back to Inscription.
And we can release...
Well...
At a certain point...
Oh yeah, I guess we can say this now.
Yeah.
The Nancy Drew LP that has been in the works for 4-ish months.
5 months.
Like full scale.
We finally finished it, playing the game. It took us about 5 months to do.
Yeah. Generally, a Nancy Drew game takes us about a month and a half to record. And then maybe...
trying to align our schedules and...
Yeah, like 2 months with the editing.
Yeah.
This took us 5 months through like a combination of reasons.
We went out of town a couple times.
I moved to the US.
Yeah.
But it's all in the can now.
And there are some bumps along the way.
I think I have like 3.5 to 4 hours of video to edit. Norepinephrine redeemed. I will tell Virginia you love her.
Virginia. Did she go rip?
I couldn't hear.
Oh, fair.
Um,
You have to say it when you pet her. You got distracted by petting.
Very much.
Yeah.
What a good cat you are, haunches.
Yeah, she's got big haunches. Is she a little car?
Yeah.
She's a little Tonka truck.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Fly on a Dog, redeemed. I will tell Virginia you love her. Fly on a Dog loves you, you sweet pie.
And Squirrelgraph5 says, my husband subscribed to the Hammaker Schlemmer catalog in my cat's name.
That's sick.
That's very funny. I like that very much.
Oh, wow. To Fill with Fruit says they work in a UPS warehouse, and every time a Hammaker Schlemmer box comes by me, I get so curious about what could be within.
If only you could, like, slide in, like, a little index card that's like, tell me what you got from
email
Hammaker
me.
Schlemmer.
We have never ordered anything from Hammaker Schlemmer.
The only thing we wanted was the color-changing skull. But sold out.
But we'll get there eventually.
One day. Maybe it'll come back when it's Halloween time.
Oh God, I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
The thing I want to say about the Nancy Drew LP is that it has taken us so long, but I want to... I think it's a really good LP. I don't think it's any particularly better or worse than a regular Nancy Drew LP, despite its extended production time.
Yeah.
I think it's just a good
I think
Nancy
it's just
Drew
a good,
LP.
yeah, I think it's good.
And it's very
I
funny.
think it's good and regular content with some good stuff in there that makes us giggle when we look at the edit.
I had to bleep an expletive from KB at one point.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did call somebody a bad name in that game. And
but critically not like a slur.
No.
I want to be clear.
No.
I bleeped it because of the severity of the expletive.
Yeah, I really went on one. There's going to be an ad in about a little, like, 45 seconds if you're not subscribed. And this will happen periodically over the course of the stream. Just every hour, there's going to be a little ad. First one's in 30 seconds. If you're not subscribed, going to be a little ad. And that's fine. And if you see a good one, let us know.
Yeah, let us know what ads you see. Everyone was getting Nope ads for a while.
Oh yeah, a lot of people get the Billie Eilish for Adobe.
Oh, I can't stand that advert.
Yeah, I know, me neither. Do you think that she's ever used Adobe?
Billie Eilish?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't watch this video, but
Roswell writes Redeemed Hydrate.
Oh. I saw a thumbnail from a video of Millie Bobby Brown not knowing how much Cheetos cost.
How much do Cheetos cost?
Well, it's like a little bag of Cheetos, like from 7-Eleven. Probably get one for like $2, under $2, $1.70.
Yeah, I was gonna say $1.50,
Yeah.
$1.70. Slay Sweetman says Billie Eilish 100% owns and pays for Adobe but does not use it. That's really what my gut says. My guess is that she and Phineas use probably Ableton.
Oh, I forgot that her brother's name is Phineas.
Probably Ableton. I was cleaning up Logic today in prep for Palisade. Over the last, 5 years of working, my Logic has gotten so messy with like plugins whose trials have expired or things that have just stopped working or, just things that are broken. There's a time when every time I started the arpeggiator, it crashed. So I went in today to tidy it up, and that was immensely satisfying.
Squirrel Graph 5 got an ad for Pret. Oh,
Pret.
Prey. Never mind. For Prey.
Oh.
Never mind. I was like,
I
whoa!
thought you meant the English
Like
and
Pret-a-manger.
sometimes American. Do we have Pret on the West Coast?
No,
We
no,
saw it in New York.
I never
West
see them
Coast
on the West
Pret.
Coast. I feel like you're more likely to, like,
Good.
The
I
West
can't
Coast-
fucking stand Pret.
the West Coast Pret is like Corner Bakery.
Yeah. Well, it's just because for the most part, the food out here is better.
No, sweetie, that's just because we go to better places.
I guess. I don't know. We have like really good Mexican food out here.
Yeah, but we also have like Del Taco.
Which is, well, I will stand T-Bell. But not Del Taco.
Okay. Got an ad for an indistinguishable The Rock movie.
Wait,
Jack will watch that on a plane.
yeah, The Rock is my favorite airplane
Airplane star.
star. I like watching his movies on the plane. Otherwise, I think he's a pretty sort of grim embodiment of contemporary Hollywood.
Well, shall we do
What do you
this?
like watching on the plane?
Oh. Jack, why do you bring me on here just to drag me? Just
Cat
to
has
drag me through
Cat
the
has
mud.
Okay, Cat, as is expected, has very good taste. They deploy this taste on planes
Yeah, okay.
in the most chaotic way.
Listen, for a good chunk of my so heretofore adult life, before I moved to Los Angeles, I was living in the UK and I lived there for many years. And so I was constantly flying back and forth from the East Coast to London Heathrow. And I was living a very busy life. It's
Yeah,
pretty
totally.
busy.
You were getting your postgraduate degrees.
Yeah.
Well, first your graduate degree,
What?
your undergraduate
There
degree.
it is. So I watched a lot of movies that I was like, oh, I haven't seen that yet on airplanes. So for a good chunk of my life, the only time I watched movies was really on
So you mean
airplanes.
like the Avengers Assemble, right? Or like Wreck-It Ralph, or like plane movies, right? Right, Kat?
No, I don't. I mean like I watched The Lobster for the first time on an airplane. I watched I watched The Favorite also on an airplane.
Just Yorgos Lanthimos,
Yeah.
Lanthimos' stuff.
I watched Mad Max Fury Road on an airplane.
Famously a comfortable movie for a small screen on a plane.
I watched Doubt on an airplane.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
Wait, Doubt? The
Yeah.
Adam Driver...
The Amy Adams. Is Adam Driver in that? I don't remember.
I think we might be talking about different movies.
I'm talking about like the Viola Davis.
Oh, right, yes,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Watch that on an airplane.
What's the Scorsese movie where De Niro plays a missionary called?
I don't know. I wouldn't have.
Is
I
it
wouldn't
called
have
something
watched
like
that.
Doubt?
Yeah, the Meryl Streep Viola Davis movie. What? I mean, I started out strong because I watched Brokeback Mountain for the first time on an airplane.
Why did you do that?
Because they're if so rarely are you given like a lineup of movies that are like well regarded.
It's just so funny to me that, like, so Chad says not a bumblebee says what I'm getting here is Cat has good taste in movies. Cat has great taste in movies. They just like employ it in the like wildest. It would be like, you know, Fly on a Dog says I flew to France and my screen was broken, so I watched snippets of Life of Pi without any sound from the person across the aisle to me. It's like KB was like, I'm getting on a plane and I'm gonna watch like Darren Aronofsky's The Fountain.
Yeah, I
Or,
probably
like,
would watch that on
Mother
a
or
plane.
something.
I would also probably watch Mother on a. It's just like you listen. You're trapped in a tube, and you know it's like someone says, "Listen, you could." I don't know what it is, but it's like the limited choice makes it easier for me to choose to watch a film that I probably wouldn't go out of my way to go and see.
Janine in the chat says, KB, I am
Yes,
with you.
Yes, thank you, Janine. Thank you. Yes.
I am not dragging you about
Thank
this.
you so
Janine
much.
says Austin isn't, but I am. KB, I am not dragging you about this. I
you.
think it is something about you that I love very much.
Thank you so much.
I think I would also be lying if I didn't say it was deeply idiosyncratic.
Well, you know, Well, the next time that you have to do a When Harry Met Sally end of movie monologue about me, this is one of the things that you can list.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Should we play the video game?
Yeah, totally. What are we here doing today?
We are here doing
Listening to Playlist to Study
Today.
like a medieval philosopher, having the truth revealed by divine grace.
Yeah. So this is what we've been looking at, by the way. Let me
See, I think this is St. Augustine, based on the traditional depictions of St. Augustine.
Sure. So this is one of the playlists that we're listening to. But Jack was worried that like arrangements of these songs might be in copyright, and so we are gonna have to find some royalty-free type
Yeah,
beats.
I'm happy for all this stuff to get muted, but I am less happy for Boscho to get muted,
Yeah, of
because today
course.
we are playing
We are playing.
Boscho. What is Boscho, Kat?
That's a great question. Boscho is when we go through Hieronymus Bosch's 16th century
Seminal work.
The Garden of Earthly Delights.
Might be 15th century.
I thought it was in the 1500s, late 1500s.
It might have been. It might be 1540.
It's not my forte, regardless. My art history degree is...
Austin in the chat says, KB, I am not with you, and I say that as someone who has tried to walk this path and wound up embarrassingly crying to the HBO miniseries Show Me a Hero.
Oh, man. Sorry, everyone. I've had to figure out what it is that we're going to watch. Jack, can you please pick from what I've searched as royalty-free classical music?
Holy shit. Wow.
Best of Chopin? A playlist for a 19th
But we don't
century
know if this is
villain
royalty-free,
scheming against
right?
his enemies. No.
That says dark royalty gold. Like, here's the thing, chat. Chopin is my favorite composer.
Free, no copyright classical music.
I think he is a composer of really, impressive scope and delicacy and beauty. I don't know if Chopin is the best comparison to, like, Hieronymus Bosch's.
I would also listen to royalty-free smooth jazz.
Let's see what this Chopin is like.
Oh my god. Yeah. Classic, literally.
What about royalty-free Rachmaninoff?
I've unleashed a monster. Royalty-free circus music. We just played the hold music for the emergency vet. So basically we've been taking a tour around Hieronymus Bosch's In the Garden of Earthly Delights, and this is because the painting itself, I don't know if you've ever seen it, it's a triptych, it's gigantic, it's very overwhelming. I think it's like 12 feet tall.
We've never seen it.
No, I've never seen it, but now I would love to. And the fact of the matter is that the painting is so big that it's difficult to really give any one section its due. And so what we've decided to do, and this is thanks in large part to a gigantic high-resolution image of the painting that strikes me almost frankly as life-size. And we downloaded that image, and we have been taking a extremely... Oh my god. Oh yeah, I think this is what we listened to last time. I'd believe that. Oh, I was going to say the temperature for us is not the temperature for chat. The volume for us is not the volume for chat. So we just want to be sure that it's mixed
cool.
well.
Like our audio, like our visual mixing is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this painting is, I think that, I pitched this idea to you, right?
Yes, you did.
I want to make sure that I don't take too much credit for it.
No, of
but
course.
I do think I started.
I mean, but
by
Hammock
pitching
or
it to you.
Slumber was my idea.
Was your idea?
So we can share the glory.
When I found that there was a version of this at such high resolution,
Yeah.
I was like, this is extremely funny.
Yes.
Because if you haven't seen the first stream, you will... When we say it is high resolution, you are not grasping how high resolution it is.
It's so high res. It's almost uncomfortably high res.
And so the original joke was like, do a stream where you zoom in as far as possible into Hieronymus Bosch's Garden of Earthly Delights and like explore the painting.
Right.
Which through KB developed into Boscho.
Well, I just think you should be able to win the stuff you do.
Absolutely. And you have had a lot of luck before, or like good times before, by making stupid bingo cards.
We did a bingo card for Goosebumps.
Yep.
I did a bingo card for when I was reading Stephanie Meyer's The Chemist for a while, which I never finished because it's a huge book and most of it's the same in the middle. But I would love to finish it and then just recap it for everybody in a recap stream. And you should win looking at art. You should be able to win most things, I think. I think I actually got, listen, I'm going to out myself as an early 2000s games scholar, because I do think I originally got the idea of like bingo carding and gamifying regular things that you do through Jane McGonigal, who I read once, she said, listen.
You mean capitalism's Jane McGonigal?
Yeah, I don't know that she's, listen, I have a lot of complex feelings. But I do think she once said, like, hey, if you're going into, like, a job interview that you're anxious about, or you're about to go into some kind of situation that you're feeling some anxiety about, try making a bingo sheet for all the things that you think might happen.
Oh, that is fun.
And then that way it can give you some distance from the event itself. Yeah. You can turn it down here, by the way, and then
I was just watching the visual mixer, and I was worried that we were.
I trust you. And then that way you can like regain some control over the situation itself, and also kind of feel like you're doing like a secret activity.
Yeah,
that
totally.
The other people in the environment, aren't privy to, and that helps you feel a little better. Anyway,
like a dead horse that I will always beat when it comes to talking about like games and the study of play is when people say that, for example, like a painting is non-interactive, because looking at something is always an interaction. Mm-hmm. Walking through a gallery and looking at still paintings is extremely interactive.
Yeah.
And so like I very gently push against the idea that we're like gamifying this in some way.
Also, I'll gamify anything.
Because what we're doing is just taking something that everybody does, which is looking at a painting, and kind of giving it a little bit of
you
structure.
mean top-down design? Yeah, Roswell Wright says, I did this for our union negotiations. The union reps were losing our minds with stress. That's so sweet. What a great idea.
Mine Alanahan says, I'm sorry, a dead horse that I will always beat? I'm trying to do a beating a dead horse reference.
So anyway, we are about to undertake it again. Our tour of Hieronymus Bosch's
picking up from where we left off,
picking up
right?
basically exactly where we left off. And a big part of this is that you all can use the link, the bit.ly link that's on the screen. And my hope is that folks in chat will continue to link it as people drop in and they have questions about where they can do their own bingo, so that everyone can get a Boscho. And as we search through the image and just explore it, there can be this little side quest that we're all working on.
We made this Boscho card last time.
We did.
Took us about an hour.
It did. So, if you missed out on a chance to watch the generation of this Boscho card, I recommend either kind of generating a few cards until you find one that resonates with you, or go back and watch the introduction of the previous stream to see how the card got made. But most importantly, what I want to get everybody on board with is that you are in charge of your own Boscho card.
Yes, we're not cops.
No.
That we are not invigilators.
No. I'm not going to mark your Boscho cards for correctness at the end of class. You are in charge of what something means to you. A big eye to one person, maybe a big eye to somebody else, but not another.
And in fact, we might say things like, that's not a big eye, but that's us talking to each other.
Exactly. And we can be a little bit more conservative because we set our own standards and we're tough critics. But listen, you're here to have a good time. And I want everyone in chat to type in the following words. I want you to say...
Chat, get ready to type them in.
I'm in charge.
Chat, I'd like you to type in, I'm in charge.
I'm in charge.
But I want to stress that this is not some kind of individualist shit.
No.
You are always here to be
Yeah.
supported by people around you. And you can always look for help from people around you. We're not trying to do any, like Jordan Peterson make your own bed shit. We're saying here,
Yeah.
while playing Boscho.
Yeah.
Here, while playing Boscho.
Here with Hieronymus Bosch.
Among comrades and acquaintances.
Among comrades and acquaintances here
You
with
are in
Hieronymus
charge.
Bosch. I'm in charge.
Cy Sweetman said MILFs and was immediately auto-modded.
But yeah, I mean, overall, the collective is stronger than the individual.
Always. There's more of us.
Yeah,
than there
you
are
tell
of
him,
them.
Jack. For the many, not the few. And that having been said, you know what else there's many of?
Fucking pixels.
Pixels. That's exactly. There are many pixels. There are many pixels.
Oh, we got this Vince Guaraldi.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Great.
This, you will notice, is a little more zoomed in than we were playing with. We are not going to be moving at this zoomed in. We are going to be zooming out. KB thought correctly that this was just extremely funny.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, that's good. People can see that. Okay.
Eravoid says, marking owl right off. So this is where we left our previous stream. Functional Penguin says, let Sai say MILF and immediately got auto-modded.
It's just very funny now. I know
The permitted
for a
term
fact.
there was actually the full message,
Yeah,
not just
very
a MILF.
funny. I think it's so funny that I have specifically gone into my automod to say, let people say MILF, and people still keep getting put into MILF jail.
MILF jail is that famous scene in Malignant, right?
Yeah.
I think it's also worth saying, we probably said this the first time around. We both love this painting.
Oh, yeah.
Like, non-ironically, outside of the game,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
like one of my favorite paintings.
Big time. But I think, Jack and I had the great privilege of going to the Uffizi a couple of years ago.
Oh my god, that was
And
a great museum.
It was fantastic.
It was too big.
But it was so much, and we went, I want to say twice.
No, I think we went
We
once
went
and
once.
it felt twice.
Yeah. Because I just remember feeling at the end of it that it was so overwhelming.
Now, thanks to Mina Lenahan's incredible map of our
map.
previous journey, we have a sort of rough idea of where we've been. And our goal is to we are going to move north, crossing our previous path, and then entering sort of like a new area. So as we move north, we are going to... Mina Lenahan says, new map is ready to go, by the way. Thank you, my friend. This is exactly what we were hoping for. So if you check this map that KB just posted in the chat, we might
And
put
I'll
it
pull
on
it up.
So you can see here that we are... we are here with this owl, I think born on the backs of some other people. And we're going to move north here, past these running feet. I'm
Yeah,
excited
finally
to
get to see
discover.
what all the feet are about.
We've got a lot more hell to explore, but I think our goal today is to sort of head up north here and explore out in this area of
Yeah.
the image.
Now, I feel like this... Do you think this is the creation myth on the left-hand side?
Potentially. I know there's a very famous fountain kind of in the
Yeah,
middle.
In the middle.
But yeah, so our goal today is kind of move north, strike north,
Yeah.
and move westward, kind of this way. It's just...
What are you doing? What are you doing, bud? Okay. So shall we, Jack, would you like to be our navigator?
Totally.
Great.
100%.
Could you just click over so that way we can see... Oh, and could you turn on captions? Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Wait, do we need to turn this on?
N-
Available and ready to turn on.
It's on.
Oh, it
see
is
how
on.
it
I
is
thought it
on?
was going to be green.
And then here, so that we can see when ads are coming up and we can look at the dashboard.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're kind of progressing north here. We've got someone. Oh, also there's going to be a bunch of nudes.
There's going to be a lot of nudity, and I do want to say at the outset, I think last time I made sure that the stream was marked as mature, but Graham in chat, shout out to Graham, said to me, and Graham was previously an employee here at Twitch.tv, and now no longer represents Twitch, but was part of my partner review process. And Graham said, if this is not, that was the sound of a wine bottle, that if this isn't fair use, I don't know what is, and I think that that's true. Oh, Jack, do you have our Boscho? Our old Boscho
yeah, it's
left
on my
over?
laptop.
Yeah.
Here.
If you want to pull it up, I can just prop it here. But there will be a little bit of artistic nudity that I believe falls under the definition of fair use. If this, a use case of nudity, it is artistic. So, oh, good. Yeah, great. Thank you, Jack. So remaining on our Boscho is fruit for head, snail, mushroom, long-suffering animal, turtle, unicorn, 12 frogs, consequences, big eye, anachronisms but not really, a guy that makes you go, look at him go, a thief, slimy, a mouse, very tall hat, blood, moon, something that looks like a mini marshmallow, and did I say big eye?
I think so, yes.
Okay, just want to reaffirm the big eye.
This is just a great panel. All these people
Yeah.
enjoying fruit.
Can I tell you about a children's book that I loved as a child?
Yeah, totally. Before you do, I want to say that chat you can see our mouse, right, for gesturing at things. I love that this person is eating a small strawberry, and this person has presented this person with a huge strawberry.
Yeah.
Which has got to feel really weird. Like, imagine being her and turning around and seeing someone offering someone else an absolutely gigantic strawberry.
So a book that I read as a child that I think about all the time is a book by Dawn and Audrey Wood, illustrated by Dawn Wood, and it's called It's called The Little Red Mouse. Sorry. Excuse me. Let me do this take again. It's called The Little Mouse, The Red Ripe Strawberry, and The Big Hungry Bear. And in it, there is a little mouse who is trying to pick a red ripe strawberry. And the strawberry in this book, like, I remember as a child thinking, they are both so cool. They came into my work once. That's sick as hell. I would love to, I bet they're really cool because the strawberry that they painted.
That's a really good strawberry.
I recommend Googling it. It seems like Jeff Bezos's Amazon.com. If you click the look inside on it, lets you read the book in almost its entirety. Anyway, at the end...
Whoa, look at that!
Yeah, at the end, the mouse does get the strawberry and cuts it right in half. It's the most delicious strawberry I've ever seen in my whole life, and I think about it every time I eat a strawberry.
Moving north. This is an apple tree. Oh, look, this apple is falling, or the branch
I think
got
the branch
painted over.
is obscured.
The detail is just unbelievable. Mostly just apples.
Yeah, just apples.
God, remember
here.
when we found that guy riding a rat last time and we had to immediately message Connor?
Yeah. Oh.
Now here is the running.
Oh my god.
The running folks.
Okay.
We saw these running folks before, and we didn't get to see what they were holding.
No, we didn't.
But we're gonna move upwards here, and discover what they're holding.
Yeah. I want to pull up.
KB is on my laptop and has gotten stuck on my Twitter account.
map from before. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So these are definitely the people
Yeah.
from before.
This is how we move up, and we can. Oh fucking hell!
What if they're carrying a giant strawberry?
This person has a crow sitting on their back,
Mm.
and this person has a crow pecking at them
Yeah.
at a sensitive part of their anatomy.
It looks uncomfortable.
Oh,
Oh.
this. Whoa!
Oh. So before, we did have a timer kind of set for every 10 minutes. Chat would decide which direction we should go. Would you like to revisit this?
I would, but I would like to head west enough to get us into the new zone.
Of course.
Ardent Penguin says the Pope would definitely say wow, because here we have. I love this person on the right so much. This person here,
upside down.
completely upside down. This person.
This
these
is in
people are
Midsummer.
Yeah, they're in a kind of crow hole.
Yeah. A
Um,
kroll.
They're in a kind of crawl, and above them is a woman, a mermaid.
Oh, I was about to say, is she being? But I think she's being eaten by
and that's
a
its
fish.
eye here.
Yeah, I think the fish is. I think the. Hold on. Is this a mermaid or is this a woman being eaten by a fish, please?
Chat, can we vote, please?
Yeah, if we could please vote. Jack, I may need you to type. So I want everyone to just really internalize the image that you see ahead of you. And what do you think Hieronymus Bosch would have painted? Now remember, you're in charge. No wrong answers. Yeah, that's fine. There is a character limit. I think people will understand. So there is a poll happening now. It's going to last for 1 minute. It's going to be at the top of chat so that you can be sure to see it. We just want to know, is this a mermaid or is this a woman being eaten by a fish? Because I think it's a woman being eaten by a fish, but I've been wrong before in my life, and I'll be wrong again. This is a... To be fair, this woman is being.
She is, yes.
I wish I could be like her. Anyway, back to our crow hole. God. Not a phone in sight.
So the current winner is Mermaid.
Yeah, that's fair. I respect that. Woman being is some real third wave feminism. Damn, so true.
I want to see what this kind of shrimp-like construction
Yeah.
is before we move north. Because here we have a guy holding the tail.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. I did not expect this.
It's a mermaid.
It's a cornucopia.
Here is a bear.
I see a
bear
bump.
cub. Yeah, with a bird sitting on its back. And here, yes, I think this is a bunch of people
In a cornucopia being, this is
in
socialism.
a fish-like, yeah,
Yeah. They're being lifted by their comrades.
and who are running. These guys, I think,
I love them.
they have got it together.
Yeah.
Why are their bums blue?
It's shading.
Okay. Because these guys have got it together way more than these guys.
Yeah, these guys have not yet figured it out.
These
This
guys are
is
having
capitalism.
having a good time.
You s-
Well, yeah.
this guy's trying to win the market.
And he might be.
Who knows?
But these folks,
Yeah. Now, is this a guy that makes you say, "Look at him go, Jack"?
no.
Okay.
Maybe this guy.
Yeah, I was thinking about the bear.
But yeah, now we're going north in prep
Yeah.
for going west. And up here, Bosch delivering immediately.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have a bunch
Oh.
of cool people
Coming out of a flower, or like
hanging
hanging
out
in a
or
flower?
coming out of a flower. The fact that all these people...
I came out of a flower.
Did you?
Yeah, well, I mean, like when I came out.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I was-
a square,
yeah,
and you were
yeah.
like, you popped out of a flower. Everest says, "Oh, we're in it, aren't we, folks?"
We
sure are.
are.
Here are a bunch of identical-looking people Oh, yeah, this music. A bunch of identical-looking people
Yeah.
popping out of a flower.
Yeah, they do pop
Holding
out.
what looks like a heron or an egret
Yeah.
on an outstretched left arm and offering it to a bunch of similarly identical-looking people.
What do you think it means? Camaraderie? I would call this
guess.
bird dainty. Knocking off, quote, parlor games. Yeah.
What I love is that they've all posed like a group of friends who have been told to now do a silly one. Like this one's lying down.
Sure.
This one's proffering egret.
Yeah. I'm always proffering an egret when I have to do a silly one.
And then these guys are just vibing out on the outside.
Yeah.
North.
Some greenery.
Oh. Help.
No, playing with a ball in the pool.
Whoa.
That's summer.
Whoa.
Yo,
Sick.
cool.
What's going on here? We got some folks playing with
Blueberries.
Shit, we should have put this in. Blueberries, I think, depending on the bit of the painting we're gonna watch, blueberries are gonna become a whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, we got some folks here playing with blueberries, and I think
Who is he?
who is he? Oh, he is giving me that's a spoonbill. And there was a spoonbill. There was a really weird looking spoonbill in the hell. In hell.
Yeah.
But this spoonbill is maybe a ghost of the other spoonbill, looking pretty good. Chad is asking, what is this dark blue thing? Yeah, I'm like, is this a whale? I don't know what this is.
I also wondered if it was a whale. A narwhal?
Okay,
maybe?
so here we have someone
Oh, wow.
here we have someone dragging a
Wow.
frog.
What is the frog count?
Or maybe a toad. Here's another toad.
Wow.
Did we 360 no-scope the frogs? Were we like, there's probably going to be a lot of frogs in this painting?
Yes.
And we were right?
Yes.
There's like tons
we were
of
wrong about a
frogs.
lot of things, but not frogs.
No, this person. And this is just like a little vignette ticking
Yes.
off long-suffering animals, says Yugas. Yeah, this is just a little vignette. I mean, we might pan to the right and discover a big pile of frogs of toads, I guess, that this guy is.
Jack, can you tell me the difference between a frog and a toad?
Absolutely not. No, I
oh.
know that all toads are frogs,
Yeah.
but not all frogs are toads.
Hey, is the music too loud?
Also, I feel like Everest would know this.
Oh, sure, probably. Was it a frog or a toad that peed all over our dear friend?
That was a toad that peed all over our dear friend Connor. Music is a bit loud. Let's just do that. Music is fine, say people. Just a little alteration. Yeah, our dear friend Connor saw a toad.
Picked it up.
Well, I left to, I think, go and get something. And when I
Yeah.
came back,
Well, Connor was in a frog catching fever.
Connor, how quickly and how did they... I didn't see this.
Yeah.
They caught that toad.
I've only ever caught toads in ponds.
How did Connor... You were there.
Yeah, you just gotta mean it. They can sense fear.
Everest says, I thought about it and then decided against jumping in with the toad facts.
Yeah.
You can jump in, Everest, if you got him. They can also vouch for Connor's toad catching being instant.
Yeah.
I genuinely came back and the
You
three
really
of
just
you
gotta-
were like...
Yeah.
and then they piss all over you.
Well, sometimes.
But this guy has evaded that.
Yeah.
Everest says, here's a toad fact.
Mhm.
They piss on you.
Yeah.
JYRIR says, there's technically no difference between toads and frogs.
This is like
But
turtles and tortoises.
Popularly, toads are dry and frogs are wet.
Not that there's no difference, but that one is dry and one is wet.
That can't be just it. There has to be something more than that. Cy Sweetman says, I got to meet Connor in person this week. It was delightful. Yeah, Connor rules.
Lovely.
Art Cryptid says, I once ripped my jeans in half at the ass lunging to catch a toad. Frank Scenario says, put a toad in the water, it becomes a frog. That's similar to my favorite Andy Zoltzman joke, which is that gorillas is what you call male apes, and chimpanzees is what you call female apes.
Well, when is a door not a door?
When When is a door not a door?
When it's a jar.
Frog Smooth Toad Bumpy. We have any animal biologists in chat? Can you seriously help us out? I know we had the squirrel expert a while ago.
We did have Squirrel Expert. Oh, shout out to Squirrel Expert. Can we continue north,
Totally.
though, however, please? Oh.
We got a punch. Okay, so we got a deer poking out of a bush.
Is that a deer or is it an antelope?
Might be an ibex, an ibex.
An ibex. Yes, that's actually what I was thinking of.
An ibex. Not to be confused with ibex.
Ugh, all these other kinds of smart people in chat. Rude.
We got microbiologists. We got botanists. Something dainty. These people look like they're almost like riding a
Yo.
a fishing barb.
Who is coming? Yes.
It's- Oh, this is so
Yes.
good. Altruist says, I'm only a neuroscientist, unfortunately, which is like such a wild thing to say. That's incredible.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, what's going on in there?
I
In the
love
brain.
it.
What's going on in
the
there?
brain? Yeah, I don't know.
Have you all figured it out yet?
I'm just a
Can you
historian
let
of
us
the
know when
internet,
you
and
do?
I just don't know anything else. I hardly know how the internet works.
Bosch is so good at painting these like little vignettes, like these people just riding it's not even its tail. I don't even know what this is.
I like everybody in chat who's making the mouth. Wah.
It
That's
almost,
the sound he makes.
the neuroscientist says, "We got no clue. Sorry, I'm trying
The
my
neuroscientist says.
hell dressed."
Wah.
Oh God.
Yeah, are they carrying this bird? Are
Or
they
they-
helping this bird eat other smaller birds?
Or are they sort of riding it? To Fill with Fruit says it looks like they're raising a flag, but the flag is a bird.
Yeah, this is soldiers raising the flag at Iwo Jima.
But it's a bird, and not like a deeply imperialist war photograph.
Mwah.
Okay, moving up, we
Yeah.
got swifts
Yeah.
flying, and we got some really gestural figures. Like, these are some of our least defined Bosch figures.
Which, frankly, I find very comforting. I also...
Someone meow?
Did someone meow big and loud? I'll go find her. Hold on.
Okay. Like,
It might have been somebody yelling outside.
again, it's worth saying that we are at around 30,000 pixels. So the fact that Bosch people have always been really good with paints and brushes, but the fact that Bosch in either 1540 or 1440 is making these like really loose gestural figures is super cool. I think this person is riding a horse or a donkey. This person seems to have like a bird on their head, which is great. We got the sort of non-specific animal here. I really love how the level of detail fades as we get further and further down towards the vanishing point here. Like, this figure is like a brown undercoat, and they have pink skin, or a pale pink skin, and they have a little dark grey mark on their head. And then by the time we get here, we just have pale pink with like a little dot of hair. And then by the time we're here, we're just the brown undertone kind of moving backwards. It's a really, really cool painting.
Virginia is lying on the floor of the laundry room. And when I approached, she simply rolled around.
Meme Shot says, "Hey, how did he do that? Is it just a really tiny brush?" To which Not a Bumblebee says, "This painting is 12 feet tall." And truly, there's your answer.
Yep.
Moving on up.
Oh.
Right, we're entering
Trees.
kind of my favorite bit of the painting here.
Heaven.
Here we have this. Okay, so this is secretly also a stream about talking about how painting is cool.
He do trees, but good. How do you understand light that good?
It's remarkable.
I
mean,
suck at painting trees.
yeah, I think you are I think it's safe to say you're a painter.
Yeah.
Is the difficulty here? Wait, KB is looking for something. They're looking for their sketchbook.
This is the best I've ever done trees.
Those are good trees.
Thank you so much. And I think about this page in my sketchbook a lot because it's the best I've ever done trees. But they're hard because you have to know where light is.
Yeah, like...
And what a tree looks like.
Is the tricky bit of this painting the... Because, like, I don't know. I might be completely wrong here. But I feel like you could probably copy this pretty easily.
Yeah, I do think that...
Is the difficult bit coming up with, like,
well,
figuring out...
Yeah, that's why people copy the masters, like Hieronymus Bosch and all these trees. But a tree is like 80% light, says Meme Shart, which is so true.
It's so loose.
Painting from life I find very difficult.
It's just, like, it's one thick line here, and then he's just made a series of, like... gestural moves around it.
Oh, this is a painting you did.
Oh, wow, I did do that. I have no memory of doing that.
I have a very clear memory.
Where did I paint that?
Probably here.
Huh.
I think actually might have been on the... Because this is a painting of your dad and your dog. So probably at your house.
Did you nearly call my house by its name? And then you were like...
Yeah. See, look, these are some other trees I did, and they are...
Yeah, you're good at painting... I'll say this, Kat. You're not as good as
I'm
Hieronymus
not as good
Bosch.
as Hieronymus Bosch.
But yeah, this is so lovely.
Yeah.
And chat points out the texture on the trees further back.
So good.
So good. And here on the left, we've got some of Hieronymus Bosch's, like, kind of legendary pink color in this picture. Meme Shot says, Jack, does your house have a name like a Frank Lloyd Wright house?
No, Jack's house has a name like many British houses have names.
Something that struck me when I came to the UK is that it primarily, came to the US, is that primarily, like, big houses and wealthy people's houses have names, whereas, like, in the US they're called, like, 471 Birch Avenue or something. But in the UK, there's a pretty even spread between houses with names and houses that are just numbers. And yeah, my house has a name that KB very nearly called on stream.
But I didn't.
Okay, chat. Do we want to go north or do we want to go west?
You want to run a poll?
Yep. What's the poll?
It's
Is it this one?
Yeah. And then new poll. And then I would just be like question mark, and then north, and then west could be the options. All right, the poll is live. It's at the top of chat. Good luck and Godspeed. I feel like most people are going to pick west.
It's such a good painting. I would make any of this my desktop background.
What, not butter?
My desktop background on my Mac is a anime background that changes when it gets dark. Like, the street becomes the dark version. And my desktop background on my PC is, I think, a Stalinhag. No, it changes every day. It's Windows's fancy one that is like, we're going to show you a new picture from nature every day.
Yeah.
I guess because I'm basic.
Oh,
and I like to see, I guess, a nice nature picture selected by Microsoft.
You like a seasonal latte, and you like photos from nature.
Go west, says the chat. All right, so what is this? This, my guess is it's going to be...
bird. That's my guess.
Sai says it's like, calls it a wing. I think this is actually a type of fruit. I think it's attached to a fruit.
Interesting. My guess is just on bird. Oh?
Whoa, yo,
oh.
This is like...
Oh.
Whoa. Oh, this is incredible.
What is happening? Who is this?
Whoa, this is really cool.
This is not what I expected.
This project is the coolest way to look at this painting that I
Yes.
have ever done.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
What is
Whoa.
happening?
Oh.
Can you zoom out on the scroll wheel like 1 or 2 notches?
Yep. Okay.
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 Is it
What is this?
a flower?
Everest says it's architecture?
Yeah. Is it a build? It feels like Seuss architecture.
Oh, it's connected to the blue thing.
Oh, of course it's
But
connected to the blue thing.
We're not going to learn what the blue thing is today. But it does have these kind of, I'm pointing with my finger rather than the
Yes.
mouth. It has these kind of like pillars, right? These kind of like bone or stone
And
pillars.
more spoonbills.
And more spoonbills. Oh, and this figure here
Yeah.
in the distance.
Yeah, he's taking a waz in the woods.
What, he's Tawiw?
Yeah, he's Tawu.
Tawiw. KB said Tawiw and then lost it. They had to sit back in their chair.
Tawu.
God, we've all been there. Okay, so
Yeah.
we got budgies
Yeah,
or parakeets.
sure.
Popular DS game Tawu, says Starcat. Well, Boscho,
Boscho!
says Frank Scenario. Boscho, says Arrowhawk. Here's a little parakeet poking its little head
Oh
out.
my gosh, it is.
We
Yeah, this
got-
curl I love.
It's so good, and this kind of like the blue here is extraordinary.
I feel like I'm witnessing like a page straight out of the It's a book by Dr. Seuss,
Uh-huh.
and it has the Onceler in it.
That's the Lorax.
The Lorax,
but
thank you.
I think the Onceler was a creation for the movie.
No, the Onceler is the bad guy in the book.
Oh, sure, I guess. I need to go back to the Lorax.
Yeah.
It turns out. The Onceler's in the book, says
Yeah.
Chat. But he's just an arm.
Yeah, like poking out from a door.
This contrast between the pink and the blue is
Yeah.
so good. And the way he goes from this dark blue here to the kind of like paler baby blue or duck egg blue
Yeah.
up here. But going north we have more parakeets. And then some folks hanging out.
Oh, yes. This is living. This is living.
Is this
And
what you
that-
want? Is this the kind of shit you want to do in heaven?
I mean, this over here, yes, definitely sitting in a big circle, balancing a watermelon on my head. But these vaguely phallic towers that remind me of the
Well, this one's just keeping going.
conspiracy theory phallic towers from the cover art from The Little Mermaid.
The conspiracy theory
Yeah.
phallic towers.
You know how there's like a conspiracy theory phallic towers?
I don't know this conspiracy.
Well, so you know how there's like a lot of conspiracy theories that like Disney snuck in secret sex imagery to Disney movies. Do you not know this?
I mean, how sexy? Are we talking about American
Not- yeah,
conservatives'
exactly.
idea
Yeah,
of
yeah,
sexiness,
yeah,
where it's
yeah.
like they showed a tit?
Yeah.
We're not talking like John Waters here.
It's that this tower on the Little Mermaid cover art was a penis.
It does look fairly like penis.
Yeah, and like the word sex in the leaves in The Lion King.
Oh, but that was just an animator having a joke.
Maybe. Or was it subliminal messaging? Or
What?
in there's another one in Aladdin. Supposedly there's a secret subliminal messaging that says good teenagers take off your clothes.
What?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Exactly. Anyway.
American liberals
Oh, yeah.
towards conservatives.
Sure.
Center left, center right liberals.
Moderates.
Moderates get so worried about subliminal messages.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the Mermaid come out?
Great question.
The Satanic Panic sort of vibe,
Yeah,
right?
it's big Satanic Panic vibes. 1989. I would have said like 1991. Have you ever seen The Little Mermaid?
I have not.
It's a good one.
I know the story,
Sure. It's
and
hard.
I think it is cool.
In the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, she turns into sea foam after she stabs.
Yo!
Yeah.
Wow,
Pretty
that's
sick.
sick. That has the whole, like, walking on glass thing, right? Walking on knives.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is in the movie, but is probably less.
Oh, way less.
Yeah, there's a, It's an Irish folktale called The Sea King. A Scottish folktale called The Sea King, which is a very good sort of Little Mermaid type vibe about a
Yeah.
woman who falls in love with a mermaid.
Oh.
Like a merman.
Yeah. There's a book that came out recently called Our Wives Under the Sea. That's about a woman who's married to a marine biologist, and when she goes off to do her marine biology, she comes back like turned into a sea creature slowly.
Wow.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like a
That's
lot
pretty
of
sick. Chat, in the original Annihilation book, what is the role of her husband ever stated? I know that she is the biologist.
Yeah. I don't know that her husband
Is her husband ever named in the same way that the rest of the crew is?
I don't know.
Roswell Wright says, yes. Meme Shot says, like his job? The medic.
Oh,
He's called the medic.
The husband.
I'd only ever really remembered him as, like, the biologist's husband.
Yeah, I remember him as Oscar Isaac.
As Oscar Isaac having a weird, creepy time.
Yeah.
Let's...
All right, moving on.
So we saw this, but chat voted west, so we got to keep going west.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
We got some lovely low detail animals.
Just vibing
This is-
out with some animals.
God, this is
your
great.
version of heaven. That's us.
That's what I want to be doing in heaven, sitting on a
On a hill.
on a rolling hill
Yeah.
with the person I love,
Yeah.
looking
at
at
some animals.
animals.
Yeah.
CT Drian says the books are super duper sick. I promise. Yeah,
They
the books
are,
the books
yeah.
are lovely. I haven't seen the movie.
You used to read Annihilation to me as I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have so much love for the books. One of my favorite things about the books is my favorite of the Annihilation books is the second one,
Which I haven't read yet.
which is called Annihilation Authority. And I liked but was disappointed by Acceptance, the third book. I had a good time with it, but I loved the first two so much, and the third one I was kind of like, yeah,
There
all
are
right.
3 of them.
And then my father read the 3 of them, and he got to Acceptance, and he was like, this is my favorite of the 3. This one really spoke to me.
Interesting.
And he was able to sort of like...
Interesting, because your father writes horror.
He does, yeah. And he was able to break down to me what about Acceptance kind of like made him excited.
Oh.
And in my brain, the fact that there are those 3 books, and the fact that I read and didn't super love the third one, and the fact that he really vibed with it, makes me like the series
Yeah,
even more.
definitely.
Acceptance
I want
has
to get
some
back to those books.
really good stuff.
We
in
have a bad habit of reading books until their last chapter and then not finishing
it.
them.
Yeah, God, we gotta finish Earthsea. I finished Earthsea,
Yeah,
and I
of
finished
course.
Annihilation, but we need to, yeah, they're good books, and of course, Vandermeer just very casually tweeted that he's got a 4th book in the series coming out.
Yes, he did. Westward, please.
Here we have another strange construction.
Oh, more Seuss
Oh,
housing.
wow, look at this.
Yeah.
This one has water coming out of it,
Yeah.
and some people like reaching up
Yes.
to
Some
help.
acorns?
Those are people,
Or are
my
they
love.
heads?
I think those are heads.
Sure.
This river with another egret.
Yeah.
But I love this thing.
What's an adjective that you would use to describe it, Jack?
Pincula.
Oh, what's another adjective you'd use to describe it?
Prigula.
And another one?
Dotty.
Yeah. What about spotty?
Yeah, no.
No,
No,
only Dotty.
No, we can see that these are 3-dimensional objects.
course.
This is spotty.
Of course. I'm so sorry.
This is dotty.
Yeah, chat, what are some other adjectives that you would use to describe it?
We got another one up here.
Yeah, what's
God,
an
look at
adjective you would
this.
use to describe it?
A crincular. Oh,
Crincular.
look, this person sitting here. Look at this.
The birds are kissing!
Look at this incredible,
Oh, I'm sorry. There are some great adjectives in chat. We've got mycoid, pearly, flambic, grontus, gambled, fleshy, disco, moonular, globular, bauble, round, oblong, chronobergian, orbular, protuberant, bird kiss, a nice kiss, fleshy, those birds are in love, gay birds, pufferfish, nice kiss, balloony, Boscho! Congratulations. What did I not read? This is 3070 Kiki Booba.
I also really like To Your Stations, who says COVID graphics from 2020 look like that.
They do.
I have no idea what this is.
It's a house, Jack.
Someone's
It's
coming
a
out
house
of
for people to live in.
And look at this beautiful lilac
I
colored.
love this. Do you remember when we went to hell in the other one?
Yeah.
This one's not that.
No. This is so cool. God, look, there's a tree coming out of this person's
There's
egg.
an ad in 3 minutes. If you're not subscribed, you may see an ad in 3 minutes. Yo, that antenna becomes birds.
Whoa, this is a trumpet that's tooting out
Have
birds.
you ever read the Metamorphoses?
Okay, no. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about this before the ad.
Okay.
I have never read the Metamorphoses, but when I was in middle school,
Oh, go on.
in my drama class,
Yeah.
we read excerpts from the Metamorphoses.
Sure.
And did what, in retrospect, is a very bad play.
Yeah, well, I think that's a required component
Of
of your
someone,
8th grade year.
Like rolling around.
Can I tell you, I once asked a tutor if we could read excerpts of like some poem or something, and he looked me dead in the eye and said, "We don't do excerpts."
Whoa,
I know.
was this at the
yeah,
place?
yeah, it was.
We don't do
I know,
excerpts.
and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Thank you to Holiday Torment, who
Holiday
has gifted
Torment
5 subs.
gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much. Thank you. And now, Lucian Liminal and Janine
Hilariously,
Bleeding Heart,
Janine has gotten a sub.
Roman Statutes, Clavinova 18, and Birdlord 5000. Welcome, welcome. As we discuss here the Metamorphoses, the thing that I was thinking of is that, like, in the Metamorphoses, fucking everybody becomes birds. Like, it's just a thing that happens to everybody.
Wait, in Kafka's Metamorphosis?
No, not the Metamorphosis.
We're talking about different things.
Were you thinking of Kafka's Metamorphosis?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of Ovid's The Metamorphoses.
Okay.
Classic mistake.
Who is Ovid and what is the Metamorphoses? I know who Ovid is, but like, so my understanding of the... Oh wow, dude was a Roman.
Yeah.
Because like, most of the great epic poems are written by the Greeks, right? The Iliad and the Odyssey are both...
Listen, I can't, I'm not, I'm more interested in, like, the way that 19th century poets translated the Metamorphoses constantly. Because I fully believe that you had done a play of sections of the Metamorphoses, Ovid's Metamorphoses.
No, I did a play
Oh.
of sections of Kafka's Metamorphosis.
I mean, were most poets Greek? I guess there were a lot of Greek poets, more so than Roman?
Most of the, like, contemporary legendary poets.
By contemporary, do you mean early modern?
No, I mean nowadays.
Oh.
Like,
The
when we-
nowadays poets are Greek?
No, when we think of the great classical poets,
Oh, sure.
they are predominantly Greek.
I would consider them Greek and Roman. I mean, frankly, what I would consider them is the 19th century translations of Greek and Roman poetry.
poetry, yeah. Era Void in the chat says, I was once family friends with one of those Kafkas.
I'm sorry?
Wait, like Kafkas?
Oh, hydrate. We don't have anything to hydrate
They met
with.
the great-grandkid of the friend who refused to burn Kafka's stuff while on a cruise. Ad starting soon.
Here's some water. One of the most influential works in Western culture, The Metamorphoses, has inspired such authors as Dante, Giovanni Boccaccio, Geoffrey Chaucer. Oh, yeah, do you ever think about how Chaucer's first name is Geoffrey?
Yeah, My dad was a medievalist.
And William Shakespeare.
I have read all of those people, but I have not read Ovid. I like Boccaccio quite a lot. I quite like the did Boccaccio write the Decameron? With the great prologue about Florence during the plague? I think I read that when I was at university, and I think I really liked it.
Yo! Great portrait of Boccaccio.
Yeah, Boccaccio did write the Decameron. So the Decameron is a collection of short stories that begins with a Ardent Penguin says, "Can I count the skeletons in the Party City ad towards my Boscho card?" Of course.
Yeah.
So it's a collection of short stories, allegorical or classical short stories, but it is sort of the frame narrative is a bunch of wealthy people who have escaped Florence during the Black Death and are gathered in this sort of villa in the Tuscan countryside, knowing that the plague is at their doors.
Oh, neat.
And they're
very
telling
Mask of Red Death.
it's
but
very Mask of the
circa
Red Death.
8.
And they're telling each other these stories, but it begins with them all talking about how they fled Florence during the height of the plague.
Yeah.
And it is just
That's fascinating because my exposure to a lot
it's
of
really
like,
scary writing.
very influential, like the Western canon, is like Greek and Roman writers that were then translated into English in like the, I mean, prior to the 19th century, obvi, but I'm mostly reading people in the 1800s. But very rarely like writers in Italian, French, Spanish.
I feel like that to me is indicative of
Latin to
some
English.
English schools.
Yeah, definitely.
Austin in the chat says, "Would you believe that one of the places Art and I bonded was during a semester-long course on the Decameron and the history of comedy?" I would believe
I love that.
Um,
I just haven't read enough like early modern Italian.
I haven't read it recently enough
would love to go
be
back to a
able
lot of
to
this
be
stuff.
like, I recommend it, but I definitely recommend the kind of or at least some translations of the openings in which the sort of the players talk about the horror of
Yeah.
Florence
Well,
during.
we have a lot of good memories of like sitting together and reading like the Stoics, or sitting together
Yeah.
and reading the Epicureans.
So KB and I last summer started really digging into some of the writings of Seneca and of Marcus Aurelius. And, we...
Not
Well, so we're very aware...
in a Jordan Peterson way.
that Jordan Peterson has kind of, like, appropriated the Stoics, or
Ooh,
rather...
Before we go into the Stoics, I do want to point out that on the Wikipedia page for Giovanni Boccaccio, there is a portrait by Raffaello Morgan from 1822 of Giovanni Boccaccio, who was born in 1313 and died in 1375.
Yeah, dude... Dude did a picture of
But
him
the
later.
portrait of him is from 500 years later.
It's very funny, and that is also very 1820s.
Yeah, so it's so 19th century.
Yeah, no, so
He did a face cam.
I think there's a lot of interesting stuff by the Stoics, but a lot of it has been, taken on board by kinds of neoconservative thinking,
yeah.
where it's like...
This was the last true and great academic.
Of classics or whatever. So when we were reading the Stoics, we started digging into letters between Marcus Aurelius in his mid to late teens and his tutor, a man named Fronto. Who, so this is pre-Marcus Aurelius kind of becoming a Stoic. Marcus Aurelius is kind of like 15 at this point.
He's still
And
kind of being tutored and learning.
Yeah,
and
and he's going to be the emperor.
Yeah.
And so he is assigned this kind of like older tutor, a man named Fronto,
who's considered like an early Stoic.
Like pre the invention of Stoicism, like the stuff that he used to be a general, and he sort of like fought campaigns,
Military philosopher.
But then he went on to become Aurelius's tutor, and Aurelius and Fronto fell in love in a really like beautifully
I think.
And because so they wrote letters to each other constantly.
And Marcus Aurelius fell in love with Fronto when he was like 17, 18 and was writing to Fronto and saying, I'm so in love with you and I care for you so much. And Fronto would write back.
Fronto's in his like late 40s
yeah,
or
he's
50s.
Saying, and he's saying,
buddy, look,
no.
listen, my guy.
I'm your teacher and this is a normal thing to feel for one's instructor.
It gives him like really good advice about what it is to feel love for the first time, especially for someone who is like important to you. And yeah, Fronto is just like clearly very flattered and clearly very like it's really sweet, and it's this really soft, I don't mean soft in the kind of like tenderqueer way, but
like
soft
Tawu.
in the kind of like nuanced and like gentle and exploratory conversations between these two men. And then of course I assume that they're lovers on and off through their lives, but they basically stick together for their whole lives.
And their letters are collected. And you can read
Aurelius
them.
and Fronto's letters, and as they get older together, their respect and their relationship changes. And it was I can't recommend enough the kind of joy that Kat and I got from reading.
Yeah.
It's also so fun because, we think of Aurelius as kind of like one of the quote-unquote great Stoics, but watching Fronto tutor him before Aurelius has even started to like think about Stoicism, you can see Fronto beginning to give Aurelius these ideas that are going to kind of get developed into...
And we saw a kingfisher.
Latter Stoicism. Yeah, we sat by a beach and
sat by a
riverbank.
Different from a beach. Should we continue west?
Yeah, totally.
Or should we head north?
No, I like west because we have this like really cool moon dancer.
It reminds me of the Brassworks Italian sculptor.
Yes.
Who did the birds? Whose name is?
It's like Boccaccini. It's like he also did like a lot of really good sculpture of humans and animals in motion, right?
Italian bird.
Giacometti.
Giacometti.
It's a dog, but
no, is it Giacometti? Did Giacometti do
God,
bird?
I love that dog that he did.
There are so many of these Giacometti figures at the National Gallery in DC.
Look at this.
I have such I think I've seen this.
I think we've seen this. Yeah, we saw a Giacometti.
Anyway, let's carry on.
Oh. Whoa!
The colors!
Pointing. So she is pointing at
Brancusi. It's Brancusi.
Brancusi. Thank you, chat. No, it was you who got that.
It was me.
Thank you, KB.
They're so good. Bird in space.
Yeah, Google Brancusi, Brancusi.
I'll just put it in chat as you.
But yeah, we got what clearly seems to be the top of. My guess is that this is the top of like the famous fountain in this. But we're going west.
Yeah, we're gonna carry on west.
What I like is that he clearly painted a budgie here and then decided against it. You can see like he's even painted over where its little feet were on the. Oh wow. Oh my god, this painting's so good. Look at this. We got a white bird here, an egret. I feel like a heron has kind of like a sharper back and like bends down and faces forward, so I don't really know what this bird is supposed to be.
I love it.
We got our little maraschino cherry on the top.
Oh.
Birdlord 5000, who I trust as far as it goes to birds.
Oh, of course.
Egrets have more hair. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to paint like quote unquote real birds, but I love the detail on these sort of almost like palm fronds with this little necklace of maroon. And these are inverted. Look at that. We got down and then over here.
I feel like they should be fanning a celebrity or something.
Yeah, they are, Cat.
Oh, sorry, the bird.
And the celebrity is the bird.
Climbing up.
Climbing up.
Climbing down.
Climbing down.
Inverted.
Yeah, it's a great symmetry to this, right? Of like this, or I guess balance, asymmetry. And the detail on this vase-like structure? I don't know.
We've seen way more little birds.
But we might be getting another...
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh!
Holy hell!
Yeah, I love Elden Ring.
Yeah, I love Elden Ring so much.
Who is this? Jack.
KB.
Is this a guy that makes you go look at him go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right, well, look, I'm going to get a beer.
Okay.
Do you want me to get you anything? Or so you just...
I did mess it up. Can you cross off a guy that makes you go look at him go?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, do you want anything from the kitchen?
Yes, but I think I'll have to make it because what I want is very specific. And it's watermelon juice from the Tupperware with the watermelon in it and some lemon and some gin. That's what I want.
Well, I can host while you do that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want to grab a beer and I'll host? And then I'll go make a drink and then you can host?
Yeah, but I'll take like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I know. But it'll still be funny. Hi, everyone. How are you? Oh, beloved child of the house. The bit.ly link in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen will take you to your Boscho link. Hi, everyone. Yeah, life is all right. I'm working on my dissertation. I've got 2 of 5 chapters written and the rest are outlined, and you just have to put all the words in order. So that's good. Well into a margarita. Incredible. Exceptional. I also want to say, if anyone has ever, if you like to make a cocktail, but you ever don't want to be drinking, I'm 100% on board with that. And I love a non-alcoholic cocktail. And I just want to take a second to shout out, especially as we're talking about, we've had some wine and now you're grabbing a beer and I'm going to make myself a little cocktail. I want to be sure to shout out some of my favorite sober cocktails, because we're big fans of sober cocktails in this house.
Absolutely.
If you're in the UK, you can get your hands on Seedlip.
Yeah.
And Atopia. And both of those are really incredible non-alcoholic gins. Is it Seedlip that we would drink?
Yeah.
Yeah, Seedlip. So yummy. Big fan of Seedlip.
Able to have like a really nice sort of like bitterness or dryness.
Yeah. And then Ritual Zero Proof make really good faux whiskeys. So if you're ever kind of like craving like a dark and stormy or something, or like a whiskey ginger. I do love like a ginger ale with a slice of lime in there. It's nice to have a fancy drink. It's nice to have a fancy evening drink. Oh.
I like to give myself a little treat. And you know me.
Yeah.
I'm a little treat girly.
You are a little treat girly. You love a little
Sometimes that
treat.
little treat is when we order takeout.
Yeah.
I order a little side.
Yeah. You
Uh,
know what we have in the fridge?
What do we have in the fridge? Tiramisu.
Yeah.
John LaRoque says, I got a job offer today to be a software engineer for a photon therapy lab, and I've been vibrating all day about it.
What is
Congratulations.
that? Congratulations. Also, what is that? Also, I just want to take a second to acknowledge that this metal mermaid without eyes on top of a flying fish has a maraschino cherry on a fishing rod.
Yeah, we gotta talk about this guy.
I know.
But KB's off to make their drink, and while they do, I'm gonna talk about.
Yes, Art Cryptid. I love a non-alcoholic cocktail at a restaurant, and there needs to be more fancy cocktails at restaurants.
Yeah, totally.
Mocktails.
Yes, absolutely. I would like to see 100% more fancy mocktails at restaurants and 30% more fancy cocktails. Get weirder with it.
Oh.
You know?
But there are already so many cocktails at restaurants and hardly any
They're
mocktails.
not weird enough.
That's true. And mocktails need to be weirder, too.
And
Sometimes they're
mocktails
just
do
like,
need to be weirder.
Here's some ginger ale and some pomegranate syrup.
Bullshit.
No.
No.
Give me something else. Anyway, I'll be right back.
So, while KB's away, I'm going to talk about where I'm at with music right now. I am in a sort of rut. We get here kind of, or at least I get here during between season breaks pretty regularly. So it's not something I'm really worried about, but I'm trying to ramp up production for Palisade music and just sort of spinning my wheels and trying to audition synthesizers and shaking my head and going, no, not that. And I'm psyching myself up to buy a new electric guitar, which is very exciting. I did a lot of research about the kind of sounds that I wanted. I've only played kind of like hand-me-down knockoff Stratocasters over the years, you know, like a $70 or an $80 guitar that you borrow from a friend when you're a teenager, where the pickups are all corroded, and there's like a big electric hum on the line out. But I think what I want is a Strat, because they have a kind of brittleness to the sound that I think suits what I'm trying to go for pretty strongly. And I was going to go and get a American Professional, which is their kind of like mid to top range Stratocaster. But I just don't have the money for it at the moment, between the Taxman coming and all kinds of other stuff. So I'm going to pick up their Player Series, which is kind of the mid-range, and I listened to some comparisons, and it's really the kind of thing where I'm like, I can hear a difference, but I really don't think it's going to be the end of the world to get a guitar that is half of that price, and be able to pick up a bass and the various amps and things as well. But it's always stressful, kind of beginning a new phase of work, of any kind of work, I think, and feeling rusty and trying to feel out those spaces and go, do I remember how to do this? How do I get the sounds I'm excited about from tools that I'm not super familiar with yet? But it's really exciting. I've been, looking at guitarists whose tones I want to mimic, sort of the very specific guitar sound, and trying to pick that up. But I haven't worked with a guitar on the show since Spring in Hyron. Obviously I've been playing since then, so I'm not like unfamiliar with playing the guitar, but it is going to be a bit weird to go back to composing on something like that again. But it's very exciting. We'll see what it is. We'll see how it goes. I've got the Road to Palisade theme to write soon, and that's going to be a nice warm-up to the sound, especially because those themes tend to sort of bridge the gap between the last sci-fi season and the current one, so the Road to Partisan was semi-Twilight Mirage and semi-Partisan. And now going forward, I can keep some of the Partisan sound that I'm familiar with as we sort of start pushing towards this new sound for Palisade. Minar Lenahan in the chat says, there's guitar in that Rayalis demo which sounded really good. That means a great deal. Thank you so much. A few people have asked me how I got that sound or what my guitar chain was like. The truth of it is a very sort of like untechnically interesting answer, which is that I plugged a Gretsch hollow body into an amp, a fairly standard amp, and I turned the dials on the amp until it sounded like grimy and nasty and sick, and then I sat a Yeti, Blue Yeti microphone in front of the amp and recorded it into Logic. I think I might have put a compressor on it or something, but the Realis guitar sound really was just me playing a hollow body Gretsch through an amp and then through a Yeti mic. I'm gonna try and be, or I imagine I'm gonna be a bit more involved with Palisade, but we'll see. Art Cryptid asks, will there be more horrid / wonderful sci-fi elephants in the Palisade soundtrack? Almost certainly. We've got the principalities on the move, and
Take me west.
they are not going to be restricted by the end of one season. I definitely think that big fat partisan base is going to come back.
That big fat pie.
That big fat pie is Virginia. I want to talk about this guy for a second.
Sure.
The way that the helmet is, so this guy's an armored mermaid.
Yeah.
But the way his helmet looks, it almost looks like they're like lizard-like.
Yeah. I also see a bit of a lizard.
And they are guiding this flying fish forward with a maraschino cherry.
Yeah.
Go west, my son. Straight into a birch tree. And now we can see a roller coaster here.
Too sweet.
Sip swap?
Yeah.
I think
Also-
you'll like this.
I think you'll like this. I got moisturizer in my eye. Oh, that's nice.
That's nice too.
Thank you.
Okay, we got a beautiful birch. We got some people standing on a spiny...
Tail of some kind?
I'm gonna go down to investigate this.
Okay. I mean, this is classic. This is classic. This is a classic.
Kid Friday Art asks, have I ever played guitar with a wah pedal? It's so expressive and fun. I haven't. That's definitely something that I'm looking to get. You can act as the mod here, KB,
I can.
on my laptop. This person is doing a handstand on this person's shoulders. This person is squatting on a pink mushroom.
Oh, a mushroom! Sorry, that was on our Boscho. So important to point out a mushroom when you see it.
JYRIR, who told me how to pronounce their username earlier and then the message disappeared, is hunting for a recorder, and they're like, gosh, I forgot a good recorder is like €100. Yeah, good recorders are really expensive, and you can have a lot of fun with nice cheap recorders and get really good stuff out of good cheap recorders. The recorders in the Realis demo were some student recorders, kid recorders. If I were to get a recorder for work now, which I'm probably going to for Realis, Moek would be my favorite brand.
You know I'm gonna play hot cross buns on that thing.
Can you play the recorder?
Yeah, I learned how as a child.
Hell yeah. I don't know that I could play hot cross.
And then I would give a little flourish there at the
got
end.
vibrato
Yeah,
there
yeah.
on the recorder at the end.
right.
Do we think, I mean, they're in heaven. Do we think this guy's having a good time?
Yes.
Good.
I think he wants this, and he likes it.
We got some super phallic mushrooms.
I think that person's getting spanked. Lightly, on the bottom.
I don't think they're getting spanked. I think they're saying, in you go, my son.
Yeah, very lightly spanking.
Good luck.
Yeah.
In you go.
Yeah.
Into the pink spiny tent. Yurt.
Bap, bap, bap. And then back here, everyone's playing a kickball game.
Yeah, having a great time. We got one of these, like, God.
With the horses and the ponies.
I cannot paint.
It's skins v ponies.
I cannot paint. If I could draw animals as well as this guy does...
You can paint a little horse like nobody's business. Are you kidding me right now? Do you want me to take out my iPad right now and have you draw a little pony? Because you can.
All the legs are on the same side of the body.
It looks incredible.
I drew some tattoos on the flash sheet for us. And I think...
And they were beautiful.
They were beautiful. I got one and it's just a circle.
Yeah.
I don't know if Connor's little moon was from my flash sheet.
Who knows?
Might have been. Mostly Legible says everyone can paint, Jack.
Yeah.
I feel that way about music. I think everybody can write music. But when I'm talking about my own artistic shortcomings, I will definitely be like, I can't paint.
Oh, does this look like a mini marshmallow to you?
Yep.
Either any of these?
Yep.
Great. A mini marshmallow. Does this look like a mini marshmallow?
Everest says that my flash sheet is great and is on their fridge.
Great.
Are you sure? Did you not send that to us? Do we?
No, we got Everest's flash sheet.
Oh, okay. Oh, these figures. It's so good. And this bush here.
They're coming out of the dugout. They're cheering on their teammates.
Oh!
Oh my god, the edge!
The edge!
The edge! I'm on the edge of glory. Yes. Yes. Is this a badger or a bear?
So we're going down, right? So...
I mean, can we go up to touch the top?
Yeah, totally. I think that is a bear cub. I think a badger is lower to the ground. That's what I think.
Sure.
KB is attempting to tweet from my private account. No, you gotta go to Tweetbot.
Okay.
TweetDeck.
I could just do it from my phone.
No, hit tweet.
Okay. Okay, I'm hitting the tweet button.
And then select
Yeah,
me.
yeah. And then what do I say? What should I say, Jack? Streaming live now.
At Boscho.
Boscho. At Boscho?
No, just Boscho.
Boscho. Exclamation point?
Yep.
Okay.
We just hit the left-hand side. No. Okay.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Katbem kapow. We just hit the left-hand side of the painting. What other exciting
Horrors.
horrors? Oh wait. One question mark or 3?
3. Mina Lenahan, ruler of the map, says you can still go left.
What?
What?
Oh, I bet we just hit the gutter.
Of the triptych? Maybe.
Yeah. Left hand. Yeah, keep going left. Keep going west.
Yo!
Yeah! Yeah, we've gone inches.
God, the artistry is just... It's just so
Yo!
good. It's such beautiful painting.
Let's go! Major League Gaming! Wow!
Like, this blue, just like the kind of like deafening intensity of the blue here with these beautiful white... What are you doing, my love?
I wonder how long it took him to paint this.
5 years, right?
As little is known of Boscho's life or intentions, interpretations of his intent range from admonition of worldly fleshy indulgence to a dire warning on the perils of life's temptations to an evocation of ultimate sexual joy.
I think it's the latter. I think it's people in heaven and then people in hell. I think he's saying heaven's great.
I just want to look at dating and
There are
this
all
Wikipedia page
the
is full of spoilers.
Like, I can't read this painting.
Okay.
Everybody can read this painting their own way, and I'm sure that there are really good interpretations of it. I can't read it any way other than isn't heaven great?
Okay.
Here are the surreal, sensual things you'll get to do in heaven. And then
Yeah.
on the right-hand panel, here's what happens if you go to hell.
Hmm.
Everest says, want to draw a strange little man?
Yeah. Did you know that there's something called dendrochronology?
I did, yes. Dendrochronology is the study of wood,
Yeah,
aging through wood.
Yeah. And dendrochronology dates the oak of the panels between the years 1460 and 1466.
Wow.
Wood used for panel paintings during this period customarily underwent a lengthy period of storage for seasoning purposes, so the age of the oak might be expected to predate the actual date of the painting.
Oh,
by
sure, that
several
makes
years.
sense. Yeah, totally. Like, he got the wood.
Internal evidence, specifically the depiction of a pineapple, suggests that the painting itself post-dates Columbus's voyage to the Americas.
Holy shit, wow. Minar Lenihan says, I like the idea that he painted it in the same way we're looking at it. He was as surprised as we are. Not a Bumblebee says, so little is known of Bosch, but I refuse to believe such a repressed man could possess such a mastery of little guys.
Yeah.
Or, says Meme Shot, Bosch invented the pineapple.
Jairiar says the only way to read Earthly Delights. What if there were just a bunch of little guys? Well, here we've got trees. Trees and bushes.
Mans was Dutch, right?
Mens was Dutch, from the Netherlands.
Lots of great painters.
Lots of great painters.
This is so beautiful. The feathers.
It reminds me of that dioramist that we watched on YouTube who made a Genshin Impact diorama.
She was great.
She was great. She did a great job. I've never played Genshin Impact, but I imagine it looks a lot like this.
It's a good, deeply exploitative game. God, just landscapes
lots of trees.
here. And then
lots of birds. I do love that these birds, they're sort of like the M of 15th century painting. 16th
Yeah,
century
totally.
Painting.
So,
Yo, they're all coming out of this cave.
Pausa.
Pausa.
A couple of things I love here.
Yeah,
I love
talk
these,
me
like,
through.
the detail of these white dots on this blue sort
You
of
know,
like.
I have discovered that if you want to
rise.
make a painting feel like it has more depth and contrast, add a bunch of little white dots.
It's great because, like, here he's clearly drawing trees. And here he's clearly drawing some sort of, like, cliffside, right? Or, like, rocky
That's
face.
Yes, that's the implication that I get.
But here, I don't know why he's put these dots in, but they look really good. Chat asks, are they supposed to be bats?
I think they're birds.
They could be bats.
Because they're like whites and yellows.
Do you get swifts in America?
I have no idea if we have swifts in America.
Okay, there are two kinds of migratory birds in the UK. Oh, there's more kinds of migratory birds, but there's two famous migratory birds in the UK, swallows and swifts, which spend summer in the UK and then fly, or I guess Europe, and then fly down into Africa to spend the winter. They're very distinctive birds because in Europe we don't see them year round. You know, they visit us and then they leave. And generally, kind of across art history, swifts have this very distinctive, or swifts and swallows have this very distinctive way of drawing them, which is this kind of like curved V-shaped wing, and then a line, and then you can kind of see like a curved head here and here. Such that, like, I would be confident enough to say that these aren't just birds, these are swallows or swifts. KB is looking at a picture of a swift. Do you see what I mean?
They look just like this.
My favorite thing about swifts is that they have a habit of flying around buildings. They sort of build up like a little flock of swifts, and then they fly around buildings very quickly. And they scream as they fly around the buildings, and it's like a very distinctive summer sound in Europe. These birds kind of tearing around the buildings, and then by late August, early September, they're gone. Reptile Brain says, "Welcome to 15 Minutes." Ali and I have joked about doing a bird version of 15 Minutes called Bird Teen Minutes, which is 13 minutes long.
That's very
So many times. But no, we just do the daily 15 minutes podcast.
Swifts occur on all the continents
Sick.
except Antarctica.
Yeah, don't go there. They want to be warm, basically.
Yeah.
So, yo, read me that fact about under description.
Swifts are among the fastest of birds in level flight, and larger species like the white-throated needletail have been reported traveling at up to 169 kilometers, or 105 miles,
Holy
per hour.
shit. Keep
That's
reading.
wild. Even the common swift can cruise at a maximum speed of 31 meters per second,
Which is...
70 miles per hour, or 112 kilometers per hour.
Keep going.
In a single year, the common swift can cover at least 200,000 kilometers, and in a lifetime, about 2 million kilometers, enough to fly to the moon and back 5 times over
They're like fucking incredible birds.
in a single year. Well, it's because they never land.
Yeah. They basically live on the wing. I like them a lot. I was born in autumn, but I am a summer baby through and through.
In your spirit.
In my spirit, summer is my favorite season. And the Swifts and I have that in common. KB is shaking their head.
Autumn.
KB was also born in autumn, and they are an autumn baby. No, for me, the year gets exciting in May.
I'm a late October.
But you were born in September.
Yeah, I was. So were you.
I was, yeah.
We have handoff birthdays.
How do you feel about winter? Rank the seasons in least to most.
Autumn, spring, winter, summer. Autumn, spring, summer, winter. Summer and winter are in a dead heat, but I like fall better than spring. I just think it depends on where I am. Late winter, as in like February, March in England, is the fucking worst.
I think that truly we have it's very interesting, our opinions on this, because you're a Virginian
Sure.
and I'm from the southwest of the UK,
Sure.
where our weather is very different, and I
Yeah.
think predisposes us to
Yeah.
certain feelings about the seasons.
I do feel like autumn lasted forever in Virginia. The changing of the trees, driving down the parkway.
But you don't have quite as cool an autumn as like Tennessee, right?
Well, when I think of like the changing colors, I think of like Vermont.
Yeah, Vermont, Wisconsin, Massachusetts.
Vermont and Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Just Vermont, Wisconsin. Just like those two very similar states.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Google
yeah.
Wisconsin full colors.
Sure.
Do
Sure.
it. Hey, look
Yeah,
at that. Look
of
at that.
course.
Wisconsin full colors.
Yeah, I just don't. They're not like neighbors, so I sort of.
Oh no, I think I was describing places with similar full colors. I want to say real quick, I love
I want
Bosch's
to
work,
go west.
but I feel like this block of blue here is a little intense. Look at it on
Sure.
the stream preview. It really does
Yeah,
look like he's
I
just
like it.
blonk.
Blanc. You know, cut him some slack, Jack. Oh, going the other way.
Hey, wait, pause. What do you think this pickle is?
I think it's a pickle. Yeah. Oh.
Whoa!
Oh, it's a tree.
And there's a tree here.
And the swifts.
God, that's really cool.
Yo. Oh.
Shit, this might actually be the left.
Yeah.
This is top left.
Yeah. And it only took us 2 hours and 9 minutes.
I love this painting so much. Look how beautiful this is.
I know.
These birds like pouring out of this place down here and then fading out into
spiral. Bird spiral.
so beautiful. Altruist says, God, the perspective on the Swift is amazing. Yeah, it absolutely is amazing. And I think it's also notable that like this is a detail in this painting.
I know.
He's like, in this moment, the swifts are going to be beautiful.
Do you know what this kind of feels like to me?
What?
Wildly, it feels like...
Could you speak into the microphone?
Yes, I could. I'm trying to think of the name of this painter whose name is Kay... Surrealist painter. She was married to a famous Kay Sage. She was married
shit.
to...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Eve Tanguy.
Who is Eve Tanguy?
A surrealist painter. Arguably more famous than her, but...
Was he good? Or like, is this dude a piece of shit? Or do we actually like this guy, basically?
You know his work.
Oh, I don't.
Oh.
KB, who has studied art history.
I mean... This doesn't feel familiar to you?
No.
Okay.
It's cool, though.
Yeah, well, it reminds
Good
me...
paintings.
I mean, think about this, though. This is painted in, like, the late 1400s,
totally.
early 1500s. And to me, kind of feels like a painting from Kay Sage.
So, cards on the table. You studied contemporary art, right?
Yes, I did study contemporary art.
And like modernist.
Yeah, I have a degree in art history, but you know, you take 1 or 2 classes on like
older,
Renaissance.
yeah, but like your
masters.
specialty
But
was
my specialty
modernist and contemporary.
was
art.
in modern and contemporary art. Yeah, from like 1900 really until present day. And then a further concentration in like 1960 to present day, and then an even further concentration in computational art.
So like, I feel like Alice would probably be able to answer this better. But like, what is happening here in 1500? Like, why is he painting
Not a
this?
clue. I don't know. And I would look at the Wikipedia page for guidance.
But it's full of
but
spoilers.
It's full of spoilers.
Do you have a gut feeling
No.
about what's happening in 16th
No.
century art?
I know jack shit about the Netherlands in 1500. Now? Jack shit about the Netherlands in 1500. I even audited a bunch of classes at George Mason on like early like Dutch masters, Renaissance art.
Yeah, totally.
I remember nothing to give me this.
Palapian is talking about there's the Bruegels, you know, Bruegel the Elder and Bruegel the Younger are two, you know, famous European artists of a similar period. Bruegel the Elder is one of my favorite painters who paint these beautiful, busy, sort of, I guess the easiest way to describe it is kind of like almost like Where's Waldo type scenes. Of like beautiful Northern Renaissance winter scenes or hunting scenes, or he has a great painting that's like a series of Flemish sayings where he sort of like illustrated a load of sayings. So there's definitely this kind of like feeling. Neither of us are experts. We're figuring this out as we're speaking. There's this great feeling of like big exploratory paintings talking through cultural ideas, right? Like Bruegel is painting these paintings of like, here are a bunch of people playing games, or here are a bunch of people hunting, or whatever. I guess I'm so curious about like what is happening in Bosch's life at this moment that is making him, or that is
Okay, well we can think about
cultivating him painting this.
The Jan van Eyck painting, the Amalfini portrait of the
Beautiful painting.
Great painting.
Sick dog, classic dog in that painting.
Yeah, there's a classic dog in this painting.
That's 1434.
1434.
So that's pretty substantially
so that's
before
earlier, right? But we can think about
this. That's
this.
a lovely painting.
We can think about this as like, that's who Bosch was likely steeped in.
Totally.
As like, this is who to learn from. And in that way, I definitely agree. You know, there are some folks in chat, Pallopian has said, no, this guy was fully an outlier. I truly do feel this way. I feel like this guy was absolutely an outlier.
Yeah.
But please do not take my word for this.
Yeah.
Because we also have like this very, like, a lot of, and there's a word for this, but like, you know, scenes from the Bible and like divine scenes of like godly bacchanals
Yeah.
of just like dudes hanging out.
Yeah.
And they're like divine flesh just like existing.
Everest points out he was popular at the time, though. He got some big commissions.
That's so
So,
true.
like, he wasn't an outlier enough that he was sort of ostracized.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go Hieronymus Bosch, Dutch painter.
Look at him.
Oh, yeah.
Yo!
Posthumous portrait of Hieronymus Bosch circa 1550.
Looks like a fucking weirdo.
It sure does. I do recommend going to his Wikipedia page, checking out this monochrome, black and red pen and ink drawing of Hieronymus Bosch.
Palopion says the main goal with a lot of commissioned art at this point was to show the beauties of heaven and the punishment of hell.
Yes, big time, big time.
And it's like, yes, I understand that. I've seen some great paintings in fresco paintings in French churches of hell, where people would come to French churches and paint violent, lurid frescoes of hell, that were really compelling.
What do you think he painted all of this?
Do I think Bosch painted all of this?
I don't think so.
I don't know enough about how he worked. Like, by the time we get to the workshops with, like, the Italian Renaissance painters and the great portrait artists and stuff, they are working in workshops. But throughout art history, we've seen mega weirdos devote themselves to a work.
Yeah.
Chris W says, I'm a full no on him painting all this. I truly could go either way. I know that the workshop in the Netherlands at this point wasn't quite as established as it became in the next, 100 years or whatever. On the one hand, it's a massive work that you could definitely see some sort of collaboration happening on. On the other hand, I would absolutely believe a weirdo painted it all.
Apparently, when he was approximately 14 years old, he witnessed 4,000 houses in the town where he was living be destroyed by a catastrophic fire. Oh, he was 13.
Shit.
13 is approximately 14.
What's he... So that's a pen and ink paper painting, right?
That is
the Owl's
Pen
Nest.
and Bistre.
God, he's just very good at drawing.
Yeah.
But yeah, my sister is an archivist working with a specialty in
Early prints.
Yeah, she works in early prints, but like she has a kind of broad specialty in this sort of period. So I'm so curious to see what Alice would make of this.
He did a polyptych. Visions of the hereafter.
Yeah, I think I looked at this when I was researching this stream, and I was like,
so dark.
Is this good enough to do for this stream? And the answer is no. It's a beautiful painting.
But it's too dark.
Yeah, look up Bosch Visions of the Hereafter. It's a fantastic painting.
I'm headed down. Yeah, a lot of birds. I'm getting a lot of birds here.
And these birds are like walking about. These birds are all on their feet, as opposed to the
swifts that are flying. Oh.
Oh, hi, Annie, in the chat. Annie says, you want to see some guys? This guy's got some guys.
Yo.
Shit, is that a monkey?
I think it's a monkey on a cow?
On a hippo.
On an elephant!
Yo.
Yeah. Yo, look at that elephant's feet.
That is a pretty great elephant for 14
for a guy
whatever.
Who probably had never... Do you think... Okay. Do you think Hieronymus Bosch ever saw an elephant?
Yes. My vote is yes. I think that European colonialism and European colonial fascination with the places that they were colonizing. I think there's like a great history of elephants showing up in Europe as sort of curios.
Go to Europe.
Basically forever.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess if you think about the Netherlands, you know, they're attached to that landmass, aren't they?
This is an African elephant, so no.
But, no, but when did...
Attached across the Strait of Gibraltar, kind of. The Dutch were colonizers in Africa, points out the chat.
What about Asian elephants?
Asian elephants have different ear patterns.
Do they?
Yes, an Asian elephant looks distinctively different.
Asian elephant versus...
Austin in the chat says the Dutch were extreme colonizers.
Yeah, big time. Oh, yeah, and the Dutch plus Africa.
Yeah.
I
Totally.
would love some music back. I think YouTube is like, are you still listening? It's over here. Oh. No copyright lo-fi music 2022 lo-fi hip-hop mix and chill lo-fi mix to study/relax to number 14.
Yeah, I think, like in the village that I grew up in the UK, which had 600 to 800 people in it,
Elephants in Dutch
we had an elephant
literature.
come through the village in the 20s.
Oh yeah, they love that elephant. And the elephants in like Leamington Spa, they've got statues. To
Totally.
these elephants.
There's like a long history of English colonialism being rendered through the display of animals from, the That's a beautiful elephant. Holy shit.
I'm linking an article in the Smithsonian Magazine called "The Tragic Life of Hansken, Rembrandt's Elephant." A new show at the Rembrandt House Museum in Amsterdam explores the study of an animal who fascinated the Dutch artists. This is 17th century, but this, I think, shows that, like, Amsterdam was not a stranger to, and, like, the Dutch likely were not a stranger to the exoticism of the elephant.
This is great. Austin in the chat points out, has anyone raised that this painting didn't actually have a title at the time of its painting? Its first written title was apparently just a description in an inventory, calling it the La Pintura del Madroño, the painting of the strawberry tree.
La Pintura del Madroño. That, and also del Madroño, rather than fresa, is also very interesting in terms of, like, the history of the word strawberry. I guess Madroño versus, like, Arbol de Fresa.
It wasn't named at all.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, and then its name appeared in an inventory in Spanish.
And that Minor Lenehan says, it was named in Spanish?
It was in Philip IV's inventory.
What?
Okay, sure. Yeah, okay, Philip IV of Spain had it, and his collectors named it.
Wow. I really want to read this Smithsonian Magazine article about the elephant, the Dutch elephant.
That's amazing, though. Chat or Austin, when did it start showing up as the Garden of Earthly Delights?
Chat/Austin.
Because, I feel like its title now is pretty legendary.
I mean, listen, I was talking about how that strawberry fascinated me, okay? Through the language of the children's book.
Austin says, I cannot find this. It is killing me.
Oh, some fireworks.
Some fireworks. Modern viewers.
You're being very brave. You're being very brave. I'm talking to Virginia.
That's fascinating.
Yes, as Significant Otter says, this is why metadata records are important, friends. Yes.
This is my sister's whole job.
Yes. Metadata. Her whole job is editing metadata.
She's an archivist, and she loses her entire mind because she's regularly working with archives, from the 19th century or from the early 20th century, where curators have just really badly worked with the metadata of the archive, and it just screws up Alice's job day in, day out. Austin says, later, in 1947, William Franger proposed a new theory and name, the well-known Garden of Earthly Delights, because he refused to see the central panel as a picture of humankind wallowing in sensual pleasure. The term Garden of Earthly Delights, Garden of the Earthly Delights, is also the modern title of the triptych. Wow. So that is a way in which it gets rendered into a moralistic tale, right? Wait, it's in 1947. In 1947,
That's so late.
Franga goes, "No, I don't like to see these people fucking. Surely not. Let's call this the Garden of Earthly Delights."
Oh.
Bullshit. Strawberries were around by then. Yeah, we've had strawberries for a while. In different kinds,
But like
in different forms.
cultivation, yeah. Huh.
100 Pigeons says, so is the rightmost panel just where the Cenobites hang out, or the Cenobites? How do you say that word?
I say Cenobites.
I think I probably say Cenobites, yeah. Shout out to the Cenobites.
Big time.
They got it figured out.
Really?
They're demons from hell who love pleasure.
Aliens?
No, they're from hell. Hey, chat, are the Cenobites aliens?
Or are they from hell?
I think they're from hell.
Yeah, do you think we could find Pinhead in here? Let's keep heading south.
God, we should have put Pinhead on the... Meme Shot says, you absolutely do not have to hand it to the Cenobites. They're from another dimension, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Potato Note says, what is a Cenobite? Cenobites are the, I guess, like, sadomasochistic pleasure demons from Clive Barker's great Hellraiser series, yeah. South?
South.
Because if we're going south here on the border, we'll eventually hit our start
That
point.
frog, yeah. That starting frog.
Oh, we got a load of ibex.
Yes!
Oh shit, we got a unicorn.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
We have a unicorn on our Boscho.
Oh my god! You guys, if you've been waiting for a unicorn, it's happening! It's happening! Wow! 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 Boscho!
Boscho! Congratulations, Taylor.
Yay!
I love this creature here with the dots, and I love this creature who has turned to look. There's just so much nuance in this painting in terms of it.
I feel like this is a dragon horse.
Yeah.
And Janine says that one in the foreground looks Orochi.
This one, yeah, totally. Also, I realize the humor in saying that the Garden of Earthly Delights has nuance, but I think it absolutely does.
Yeah, I mean,
on
you
this
can't have that
zoomed
much
in
stuff
yeah, totally.
and not have nuance.
Or,
as Alex Direct would say, nuance.
Nuance. I really love how we have all these creatures looking this way, except this one.
Oh, looking.
And then we have this one turning and looking back.
Yeah.
It's just
Can you scroll out 2 notches? Thank you.
just a really nice detail. And then we got more of these now.
Yeah,
See,
munching.
this to me, these are herons.
This to
right?
me is normal. This is a normal scene.
That's a spoonbill. He's drawn another
Do you think
spoonbill.
that this section of the painting is in the same universe as the
Julian
bird
Bloodstone
who lives in a pot? Oh, Virginia!
Yeah, it's all in the same universe, Cat.
Oh, baby.
And John the Rock. Oh,
Oh, Julian Hardstone loves you.
John
the
the
Rock loves you. Yes, big stretch. Oh, overwhelmed. Meow. Meow.
Garrulous Monolith says, I'm pretty sure that's a camelopard near the unicorn. Yeah, shit, I think it is. Okay, so a camelopard is a creature of this period that got drawn a lot that, as far as I can tell, doesn't exist, but was kind of like a, I suppose the like loose, reductive way of describing it is it was like a cryptid for that period. A camelopard, look it up. It's sort of like a ibex, an ibex type creature with this kind of spotting and this kind of like pointed snout. It shows up a lot in imagery of this period. I love this creature here, calling Marnankura to come and to come and hang out.
Do you ever love a little cat?
All the time, every day, day in and day out.
I love her so much.
Chat points out that a camelopard was a kind of wild interpretation of a giraffe. Yeah, I'd need to reread how that like panned out, but yeah, I believe there was some giraffe business in there. Ad is starting
an
soon.
ad started probably in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe. So on our end, what's happening here is that we're actually in the ad now.
Oh.
So we get a little banner that says ad starting soon, and now it says ad in progress and counts down. Just kind of weird.
I just always feel bad when Virginia doesn't get her evening cuddle because we're streaming.
Where's the baby?
She's right here.
God, she's gonna be so happy on Monday when she gets her cone off.
But she also might still feel a little sore because they're taking out the stitches.
Yeah. Good night, 5 Goldines.
Good
Happy
night.
Boscho. A Merry Boscho
Merry
to you.
Boscho. A Merry Boscho to you.
This is such a fun stream to do.
Yeah.
I like doing Boscho a lot.
Me too.
Very, very easy. Okay, so let's head south past this unicorn. Yeah, so we got these birds, we got these cattails, or what do you call these things, my love?
I would call them, cattails.
That TikTok demonstrated that you can't bite into.
Don't eat them.
Yeah, beautiful ducks. Really nice ducks going on here. Just a great load of ducks and what seems to be an orange tree.
Yeah.
And then these beautiful, God, the detail. These little, I guess blueberries, river blueberries, you know. Don't really know what that is. We got something blue in the right-hand side of the frame, but we're...
Little blue dots, blueberries?
I think so.
Yeah.
We're keeping south into some palms.
Ooh.
And a
Big blue
weird bird on the palms. So today I went to the library and I picked up 3 books from the library. I live within walking distance to a library for the first time in my life, which is super nice. I picked up Brian Selznick's new book. So Brian Selznick is the illustrator and author of Hugo, which was made into the Scorsese movie. But he's made a new book called Kaleidoscope, which is it's a children's book or a young adult novel about a gay romance, kind of like told through the perspective of a kaleidoscope, which is really interesting and I'm excited to dig into. I also picked up Stephen King's short story collection, Skeleton Crew, because after hearing Cameron and Michael talk about it, I wanted to reread The Mist and Mrs. Todd's Journey, and oh god, the Reaper's there's a Stephen King short story about a mirror called like The Reaper's Mirror or something. The Reaper's Mark is from Sea of Thieves. But the third book I picked up was David Sibley's book of Trees of North America, which is a really good book for identifying trees, which is something I'm really pretty weak at.
Well, when we were in the parking lot at the vets, we were playing. Sorry, I've got Virginia on my lap, so I'm
And
sort of
Pasan says,
distance
love a
away.
Sibley book. Yeah, Sibley's a legend.
We were trying to identify some trees to pass the time, and we could only really find like online flowcharts that we didn't quite understand.
Yeah, and like I understand the value of an online flowchart, but I think it definitely benefits from a broader understanding of trees that is something we don't have. So
Her little head is in my hand.
oh, Virginia is hanging out on KB's lap. Yeah, Sibley is an American writer who has spent a lot of time writing on how to identify birds and how to identify plants. And I think his most recent book is How to Identify American trees. Hermit Queen says, what's the name of this book again? I would just search David Sibley Trees. But I'm really excited. I think it's a really fun book to get out from the library. Anyway, I brought it up because I looked, we live in Los Angeles County, and I was looking up palms, and there is a surprisingly small amount of palms in North America. There's something like 21 native palms,
Sure.
of which 4 or 5 are like
In LA?
predominant.
Yeah.
Most palms.
I feel like I see 3 kinds.
Yeah, totally. Sibley Guide to Trees is the name of the book. And it's a really fun book. Also, chat is being like, Just King Things. Yes, I want to shout out Just King Things, and also the broader Range Touch project as just one of my favorite pieces of criticism in podcasts right now. I think Cameron and Michael and their various guests, Maddie Myers was on a recent episode, and Simone de Rochefort and Dialessina and the whole crew, figuring out how to talk about an author that is very familiar to a lot of people, but trying to really dig into how he works and how he does. It's a series of podcasts that is very important to me, and I like a lot. Garrulous Monolith says, just listen to the Misery episode today and it was a delight. Yeah, I'm halfway through the Misery episode and having a good time. Anyway, here's some kind of palm that Sibley would be able to be more specific about.
And some grapes.
And some grapes. And some grapes.
You, a person.
Yo, hey, we got a lady.
Person.
And this is quite a detailed person. This person's quite...
Have we seen this person before?
I don't think so.
Pull up the map.
I think that they are in the foreground.
Where did I put the map?
Look at these beautiful circular leaves. Ardent Penguin has been listening to Cameron and Danny's playthrough of Disco Elysium. I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm not a big podcast person, but Range Touch is absolutely one of my... hi, hey, look who it is!
We have seen this before, though.
This is a character that we know intensely.
We
Mina
know
Lenihan,
this
congratulations.
very well.
Welcome.
Oh, we met this cat within the first 10 minutes of our first stream.
Awesome. Mina Lenihan and Meme Shirt says, Jack, I would argue you are a big podcast person, but in the other direction. I guess what I mean is I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. Wow, Hermit Queen has a book of bird poetry by Sibley.
Oh.
That rules. Oh, isn't that cute? I had no idea.
This cat is what we like to call a callback, says Sea Excursion.
And here we have the bird, the long bird eating the lizard, two long birds eating the lizard, and now here we are at the bottom left corner of the page.
How does it feel, Jack? Is there anywhere else that you want to go?
Yeah, totally. I mean, the thing I want is to see Mina Lenihan's updated map and see what we aren't, what we haven't seen, or rather...
Mina Lenihan, drop your Venmo in chat.
Yeah, truly.
I want to compensate you for your efforts.
For your work here. Mina Lenihan says, there are updates. I mean, is this the end of the stream for
Is this
today?
the time to say goodnight? It might be. We've got an early start tomorrow.
Oh, God, yeah. Sai says, you haven't seen so much.
I know, there's so much we haven't seen.
Yeah, I mean, having figured our way back to this original point, honestly.
I mean, there's so much happening.
Mina Lenihan says, I do not have a Venmo, but check out my Twitter and stuff. Oh, thank you so much for your work. Meme Shot says, I think there's a big fountain. Yeah, there's... Oh, Virginia has got her head crooked in KB's arm and is looking directly at me.
She's just resting her head in my hand.
Yes, sweetheart. Burrowed.
I'm just moved with my love for a little creature.
Oh, Starcat
Starcat.
has redeemed. I will tell Virginia I love you. Starcat loves you.
Starcat loves you so much. Wow.
Making biscuits.
Making biscuits.
Meme shot says just a little creature. She cannot change this.
So true.
Yeah, the big fountain is like, for me, when I think of the Garden of Earthly Delights, is like the
thing.
the image. But we'll
Yeah.
get there when we get there. I feel like Minor Lanahan will be able to confirm this, but I feel like we kind of cropped the top of it at one point. But yeah, is this us for the night?
It might be. I'd love to go to
Oh,
bed.
map update.
Oh, map update. Just drag the tab on over.
Oh, holy shit, that's incredible.
Oh, I love the
Wow.
opacity choices.
Oh, this is really cool.
Wow.
Wow, so in our first stream, we kind of went down here, up here, down here,
We went up and
around
around
here,
and then down to the owl.
up here, up here. We saw these three great pieces of
God,
architecture.
yeah, I know. And then I do think that when we do this again, and we will, we gotta just like do an up and to the right and check out the center of this. We should do a zigzag, like make a big Z.
What, like?
Yeah.
God. Wow, we've barely seen any of it. That's amazing. The definition of this I hesitate to call it print. Like the definition of this reproduction is so impressive. The beautiful palm, the Swift Tower,
It looks so small.
the green mountains, the elephant that caused us to research the elephants.
Yes.
And then we got these a piece of architecture here, the knight with the cherry. This to me is the top of the fountain. Maybe
Yes.
this is the top of the fountain. Actually.
Yeah.
This
And
here.
I do think the next time we do this, the fountain is like a real goal.
Yeah, I think so. Orameza says, has anyone got Bosch's Venmo? Feel like he should get some kickback. Yeah, totally. We got the person hanging out in the ring here, and the person balancing a watermelon on their head. Someone having a good time with the bird. All those people sitting on the birds.
Goodbye,
Weird.
Virginia.
Bye, Virginia. The
Well, now that
birds.
Virginia's gone, I can come back to the microphone, and I feel like I've got a second wind. How do you feel?
Shit, I mean, I would go to the bathroom and...
I want to find the fountain.
Hey, what if we polled the chat?
Yeah.
Look,
is it
chat.
bedtime?
There's no way you can hurt our feelings here.
Is it bedtime or is it fountain time?
We're having a good time at the computer. But I want to be clear that if you vote go, it's time to end the stream.
It would be probably 30 minutes more.
Shall
Oh, what do you... Okay.
we keep going?
Okay. Fountain.
30 more min.
Yeah.
God, someone else's keyboard is always the worst
Bedtime.
thing. Okay, chat.
Go ahead and start that poll. Let's see.
It's actually
It's very close.
It's very liberatory to ask
Yeah,
the audience
of course.
whether they want to still-
Everyone's involved. Oh? Is bedtime gonna overtake 30 more men? It's so close.
bedtime with
Oh
the
my
come up, says
God.
Palapian.
Is it gonna be bedtime? It's truly neck and neck. It's truly neck and neck. Wow. Wow. Oh, ooh, ooh. 30 more men creeping up?
Oh, Sai has got to go. Good night, Sai.
Good night. I am in bed. I have nothing to lose, says Theopho. Wow, 30 more men with...
Yeah, but
wow.
pretty substantial.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go to the bathroom and
Okay.
then let's do 30 more men.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. BRB. Param papum, param papum, param papum. That's my impression of Russian Winnie the Pooh, who I saw only recently. Big recommend. Russian Winnie the Pooh, his little song, as he trundles around. I don't know where Jack has gone. They were right behind me, walking back into my office. But they have disappeared. But let's see if I can't pull up Russian Winnie the Pooh.
Oh. Are we introducing chat to Russian Winnie the Pooh?
I just want the Russian Winnie the Pooh song. Oh my god, that's an ad. Hold on.
Everest says, sang that song just this afternoon. Brackets, anti-snake spell.
Oh, sorry. The audio input does not like me putting my phone up to the microphone. It thinks, what the fuck is this? And I'm sure some people are thinking, I was having this on comfortably in the background, and now this sound is awful. Jack, could you please...
Mine Lenihan says, it doesn't sound good, KB.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to share the joy, and it probably sounded like a horrible tinny...
Wait, we can just bring it up on YouTube.
Yeah, let's not. I just want to get to the fountain, and I'm gonna drop the link in chat so that those who want to see it can. I'm so sorry, everybody. I think at least 8 people left. Goodbye to them. Now, with the final 113 of you, I would like to take you to the middle of this painting. So if we could just like up and right this.
Okay, these are very dear familiar friends.
Yeah, we... Oh.
That guy,
That's
the seal that looks at you.
The seal otter. Some feet. The feet touching.
I don't know that we know these characters.
No, I don't know that we do. Oh.
Holy shit, is that the Virgin Mary? It's Jesus!
Oh my god. Is it? Is it God?
Well,
Is it Jesus? Is this Mary Magdalene? Is this Eve? They're all touching. I feel like the robe becomes feet in a strange way.
in chat, Annie makes an extremely Annie point. Great moon out tonight.
Well, foot touch.
God, wait, scroll down. I love the detail on his
Clasp.
clasp. Yeah, that's really cool.
Who's allowed to do this hand gesture?
That's a great question. You know, I associate that hand gesture with Western
The Virgin
Christian
Mary.
tradition.
Yes, yes.
I'm so curious about like what the origin of that was. Like, I feel like that's the gesture with which the preacher makes the cross during the communion. But I am so curious about where it originated, or like where the first time it appeared was.
I feel like that must be something I was taught at some point.
Beautiful orange
Little
groves.
orchard. Oh,
Oh, the gutter. Whoa! Whoa!
Yo!
Ooh.
Yo, they're coming
We
onto
found
the
the
land.
freaks. Cat,
Oh
we
my
found the
god.
freaks.
This is why I have to do taxes. Yo, they're going onto the land. They're going up.
Tag yourself, my heart. Who are you?
I'm the turtleneck.
This like
Yeah.
very distinctive looking turtleneck.
Yeah.
Gotta let chat say freak.
Freak zone. Chat is too excited. Yo. Wow. Who are
That's
you?
so beautiful.
My dear.
I am this big fucker.
Oh, the beefy one who's in turtle mode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
I like this one who's like
Who's
a
got
little
beetly
ladybird
legs.
with beetly
Yeah.
legs. This guy is.
This turtleneck is such a moment.
Mine Lenahan says, KB and Jack, there are so many weirdos so close.
I do love the dramatic irony of everybody being able to see the rest of the painting, but we have kept ourselves so
Flat fuck
ignorant.
Fridays.
Flat fuck Fridays.
Yeah, we and we won't ask for advice.
Zoom out twice? One more?
That was twice.
Oh, it was twice. Okay. Wow.
Oh shit! Look, a
Oh.
swan.
Oh, that's owned by the queen.
I
and
love,
a little frog
I love this
trying
guy
to get
climbing
out.
up, but he should be here.
He should come over to
But
where the
he's-
land is. He's like
God,
a
look
sim trying to climb out of the pool.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this beautiful frog.
Perched. I love it. Jack, you're going to... Oh, that rabbit has seen something.
That is, I think, a hare, my love.
Well, what is a hare but a kind of rabbit?
They are meaningfully different. Whoa! God, that bird has seen some things. My Lenahan says, I have seen what the rabbit has seen.
Oh my god.
Yeah, is there something to the... Holy shit!
Charlie Walnut got a Boscho?
Look, this guy's
Yeah,
got
I
his-
know. He's got a dewdrop for a helmet. That's some Pikmin shit.
It's so cool. This is a...
I don't know.
Is this a hoopoe?
It feels Australian to me.
Is that a hoopoe? It is! It's
You
a
nailed
hoopoe.
it, Jack. I'm always so impressed by your ability to, like, name the creatures and the flora of nature.
It's something I am interested in and have been interested in for a long time. That is a hoopoe.
Wow. Oh, congratulations to your Boscho, Palopian.
Now the question is, do we want to keep going in this direction or...
Jack, we have to go northeast. We have to get to the center of the... Jack, no. No.
Wait,
Listen, I know, I
Look,
get
he's
it.
on glassy
I get it.
tubes.
I get it. I get it. It's a glass, you know? It's... Yo. But if I don't get to the center of this painting, I'm going to combust.
Easy does it, though, because we got some weirdos.
I know. Oh my god. What?
Oh, what?
What is happening?
Oh, what? That is another hair. Oh, shit.
Oh, no! Oh my god! Jack!
Okay. We're good. I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything either.
We just got... By now, Lenahan says, I'm not drawing that. Zoom out. Palapion says, oh my god, legit jump scare. Roman statue
God, my
says,
heart is beating out of my
avert your
chest.
eyes. Decernal91 says, I screamed. Like, I genuinely didn't see anything. Like, I think I probably have a good image in my head of what I think
Yeah.
this painting looks
But when
like.
I picture it in my mind's eye, I just see, like, noise.
Yeah, Addison says guys being dudes. I see
Yeah.
guys being dudes throughout. But what we have here is like a fat bird, like a...
Is that a strawberry with arms? Who's picking up this beetle?
Oh my god.
Oh
Oh my
my
god.
God.
So this is right on the gutter.
Yeah.
This is Bosch going,
Yeah.
I'm on painting 2.
Yeah.
I gotta get going.
Yeah.
I gotta paint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people
Yeah.
gesturing at a man crawling out of what looks like a ladybird.
Yeah.
And above him, a horned... I don't even
I
know
don't
what animal that is.
know. It looks real. I feel like it's real.
This is a classic instance of Bosch splitting the difference with weird fruit. He draws weird fruit constantly.
And like the confidence with which he has people engaging with plant life. This person is just hanging off of these vines as though they were like a gymnastics class on the uneven bars.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my here's my question.
Jackalope.
You have done a lot of painting.
Yeah, I guess.
And I'm also extending this question to our dear friend Connor, when they eventually
Who we think
watch
of a
this.
lot when we see this painting for good reason.
Well, yeah, like, I think Connor is a weirdo, and they're also an illustrator.
Which we say with love.
Yeah,
The
immense love.
deepest, yeah.
Why don't you paint like this?
Mm.
Like, why aren't you doing this all the time?
Great question. Couldn't say.
Should
I mean,
this-
the real answer for me is that I feel a deep soul connection with like food and feeding people that I love.
This is a really good answer, actually.
And so I want to convey the love that I have for food,
For food and objects of
Yeah.
food. Yeah, totally.
vegetables,
And you're like, man hanging upside down
which
from...
does also mean,
berries.
yeah, that Hieronymus Bosch must have thought, you know what, I feel a deep soul connection to.
fucking weirdos doing...
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, Connor, when you get to this, I would love to know why you're not painting like this all the time.
Connor, when will you paint us little scenes from the Garden of Earthly Delights?
Connor, when will you paint Garden of Earthly Delights 2?
Okay.
Whoa! What's going on
Yeah,
here in the
yeah.
top left?
We've got some more of them.
Oh, shit!
They've got little helmets.
It's the Night Mermaids.
And there's
but-
a pipe.
Yeah, it's one of these glossy pipes. We've seen this a few times. These are the Night Mermaids.
What was Hieronymus Bosch's relationship to, like, the pipe? You know?
So, 2 great comments. Mina Lenahan says, Connor does paint like this.
Yeah.
And Everest says, Connor, I look forward to seeing you and your completed masterwork in 2036. Yeah, we're all gonna hang out and be like, but
DeWitt says mermaids? Like night mermaids.
God, it's wild, right? Like, this is clearly this is a recurring character.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what it reminds me of?
huh?
When you put a cap for like a little balsamic vinegar on top of a bunch of cherry tomatoes and you call them a little battalion.
Do I do this?
You did that. Yeah. You sent me you once... Hold on. I wonder if I can find it. You once sent me a photo of like a cherry tomato with the cap for a vinegar on it. And
Like,
it looks
he
like a
was
little
wearing
soldier.
the tomato
Yeah.
hat. Yeah, I have a vague memory of this. Garrulous Monolith says, I feel like I've gotten wrecked by these guys in Elden Ring. Yeah, totally. Like, I absolutely feel like, I mean, I'm sure From were working from a lot of different sources, and I'm sure they're working from Renaissance paintings for a lot of their stuff, but like the way Bosch paints landscapes in this definitely feels very Elden Ring to me. Which I don't say to be like, these art objects are on the same level or whatever, and more that like art directors at From Software were like, hey, God, this painting rules. KP is hunting through.
Something that is fun is like searching through text messages. I was trying to find, because I feel like you sent it to me, who knows,
Like maybe a year and a half ago?
No, I think like several years ago.
Big motorcycle going by.
That's several motorcycles.
No, it was a car with a broken exhaust. Chris WB says, yeah, the concept art for Elden Ring, I would believe they loved Garden of Earthly Delights.
I have
Yeah,
a text from
totally.
me from 2019 asking about a Fire Emblem question.
How
How do I get a unit attached to a battalion to use their gambit?
JYRAR says, Bosch fanfic for the Garden of Earthly Delights. Yeah, there's a recent tabletop game by, God, I'm gonna look this up. A tabletop game based on Garden of Earthly Delights.
Oh, yes, I saw this. People were linking it to us on Twitter. Whoa. Look at this animal kicking their leggies back.
Incredible.
And this armless frog.
So, this is a tabletop game called Hieronymus, Garden of Earthly Delights.
Oh, and you've pledged it. You've backed it.
Yeah, totally. By Laurie O'Connell, which looks like a super interesting game. For a long time, like, I've slowly been, like, figuring out I want to learn how to GM, and I've been figuring out a game to play with friends, and I think I've got a pretty good idea of like what it's about. But before that, my first pitch was a bunch of monks from Norwich get sent to the Garden of Eden to kill Lucifer.
Look at this man on this lizard.
But
That does sound great, though. I don't.
yeah,
wanna
we'll
take
get
away
there.
from
Like,
that.
it's 1436. You lived in Norwich, and now you're in Eden.
Norwich is very old.
God, yeah, I grew up in
I just
Norwich.
want to get to the center. Yo, what?
Whoa! That is look at these two crystals. And another one of these big pipes.
Could you like zoom out 2 notches? Is that acceptable?
Oh. Austin says, Jack, I so entirely promise you can GM and properly very well. That is like legitimately out of the context of the stream, extremely sweet. I have no practice. I gotta learn. I'm very excited.
Oh! This is the fellow being spanked gently on the bottom.
Wait, is this the fellow being spanked gently on the bottom?
It is.
Minor Lenahan says, we are home, by the way.
Oh. Okay, so we can head east, I think. Oh, yeah, this dude absolutely passed out by this deer.
Do you think this
Oh!
guy...
Oh!
No, this is a different strawberry. Okay. So oh god, these are the fish knights again.
My God. What is happening?
So there's like 2 things I want to talk about here.
Yeah, tell me more.
1, Bosch keeps drawing
Huge.
big strawberries.
Yeah.
And the people keep giving each other big strawberries. I don't know anything about the time period or the sort of art history of when he was making this. I'm not drawing a bigger conclusion, but I super love that something that is clearly compelling to him is people giving each other like increasingly big strawberries.
Yeah.
That's great. Also, I love that. God, I want to dig into what's going on here.
I would love to feed a gigantic koi a
Yeah,
maraschino
totally.
cherry.
So we have these fish guys, and these fish guys clearly know the power of the cherry, right? Like, we saw them on horseback using the flying fish back. What are you eating?
Watermelon.
Okay. Using the cherry as a way to guide the flying fish. And here,
Is that what you think that was?
yeah,
I
totally.
thought he was carrying it as like decoration.
No,
As
totally.
like a banner.
No. I think
But I
this
definitely
was...
think you're right.
Oh God, Austin has. Okay. Austin has posted, just without context, a link called Medieval Worlds from UPenn called The Man Knight.
Click.
chat is moving too fast. Huh.
Yeah, please drag this tab over.
Okay, so
Okay. Oh my god, oh my god.
per Austin, some of the more alien features in Bosch's garden have the tail of a fish and the body of an armored man. These mythological sea knights called Zitaians are scattered throughout the painting's central panel, even appearing in large schools. Yeah, we've just seen them.
As original and unique as the Zit iron may seem, the strange figure has its distinct place in Flemish medieval tradition.
That's fascinating.
To the left, we see a clear image of this half-knight, half-fish archetype. Oh, that's
Wow.
a fish and some tit.
This is Bruegel. Oh, no, this is Bruges.
To the left, we see a clear image of the half-knight, half-fish archetype sporting a helmet, wielding a sword and shield. The image is from the Dutch Der Naturen Blome, close in regional and linguistic proximity to Bosch.
That's fascinating. Also, it's from Bruges, not painted by an artist called Bruges. It's from the city of Bruges in Flanders.
Fascinating.
We can look to the Flemish Book of Hours. Yeah, we see this character, the Zitai.
These alien-like zit iron illustrations. The zit iron.
That's fascinating. This is like, you know, when I studied medieval folklore in at university in Norwich, we spent a lot of time on like English, like the wood woes and these like great. So basically,
Creatures of folklore.
Yeah, the medieval folklore sort of developed a lot of characters that have carried through to modern folklore, but they also developed a lot of characters that are sort of folkloric dead ends.
Yeah.
That sort of
Never went anywhere.
Never went anywhere. Were very important.
Unlike the unicorn.
Yeah, totally. And then sort of disappeared. A great example of this is the Woodwoes, who is a sort of English medieval figure who has a no head and a face in its chest. It's sort of like a chest creature, I guess.
A chest creature?
Yeah, shout out to Will Wiesenfeld. Austin says, talking about this, it's like a more alien version of it where the body is armor instead of being a mermaid in armor. Yeah, totally.
Definitely.
Right, like it's really interesting looking at this Book of Hours where we can clearly see like this kind of like skirt of armor.
Well, even in the, if you minimize all or drag it back over here, like these are clearly creatures. You can see in the way that this comes out to their hands and the way it comes into their tail.
It's just armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to fuck.
What is happening?
Fuck.
Do you... How's it going, Jack?
I'm trying.
I think bad, actually. Here, do you want here? Just let go. Just let go. I understand what you're trying to do. I don't know that it's something that you need to do, though. Okay. So as we see here, like, their hands, their arms, like, they are an armored fish humanoid creature. I also love that you can see the water coming through their chest.
This is something Bosch does a lot, is like playing with the transparency of objects.
I don't necessarily know if it's playing with the transparency, but rather when you're painting at such scale, you never imagine anyone's going to look so close.
And now it's 600 years later.
Exactly. I mean, yeah.
15... Yeah.
Who's to say?
500 and something years later. Dude rules. Oh, we got a Bosch egg.
Yeah.
Bosch loves eggs.
Yeah.
These people are all going into the egg.
Yeah.
Here's
or
someone...
maybe there's something in the egg and they all want to get it.
Yeah, totally. Here's
like
someone
of a new iPhone.
Smooching a mermaid. Would you kiss a mermaid?
Yeah, I would kiss a mermaid. Would you kiss a mermaid?
Probably,
yeah.
Yes. Would you kiss Egg Boy's mermaid?
Oh, yeah.
Even though she's kind of frightening.
Yeah, I think I like that.
Would you kiss the Pirates of the Caribbean mermaids?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Pirates of the Caribbean with mermaids?
Yeah.
Would you kiss them?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What about you?
Probably yes.
Yeah.
I think I'd kiss basically any mermaid.
Any mermaid, yeah, exactly, yeah. We're
wait,
not fools.
We need to do a poll.
Oh, sure. Oh, sorry, that's the stream info. Okay, new poll. Would you kiss the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh, no, just mermaid. Would you
Oh.
kiss a mermaid?
Should we say it's a scary mermaid?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want your classic.
Okay, great. Would you kiss
fascinated
the
by
scary
this.
mermaid? Wait, please allow coward. Great, great.
Would you kiss a Zitine? I don't think I would kiss a Zitine. I feel like they're on a job.
Yeah,
They
no,
feel like
they got
knights
stuff
to
to
me,
do.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I don't know that I would kiss a knight. They seem like instruments of the state to me.
I was just talking to Connor earlier about. I have a cool pitch for knights for the high country.
Yeah, most people would kiss the scary mermaids.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
We
Yeah.
should, I mean, Jack, I can't believe that you would even have doubted our demographic.
No, totally. I'm proud of our demographic.
Me too. To kiss the scary mermaid. Like this. This is me. And presumably all of us.
7 people.
7
Have
people
not
would
kissed.
not kiss the scary mermaid, and I respect that.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah,
I feel
definitely.
For you, but it's not me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, we're monster fuckers.
Everest says I think all mermaids are scary mermaids. I feel like we've never gotten mermaids in.
Yeah, I do think if I did see a mermaid IRL, I would find that scary.
Have we ever done mermaids on Friends at the Table?
But if I did see a mermaid IRL, would I want to kiss the IRL mermaid? Probably not. But in my mind's eye, yeah, definitely.
There were those strange mermaids like moving through sea creatures moving through the ocean in Spring and Hieron, like the sort of transitions to like the jungle in Spring and Hieron.
I don't know this.
Um,
There was Beyonce.
Oh right, yeah, totally. Aqua Illusion, named after presumably the Sailor Moon move, is a great mermaid in Bluff City. No idea what's happening here. Apostolicians are Atlanteans, they're not mermaids.
What?
What is this? Holy shit, they're like horns on the left and right.
Yeah, I thought they were like impaled fish.
That's incredible. This is the top of the fountain, right?
This is definitely the, yes.
They're Selkies.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Aqua
Oh,
Illusion
yeah,
is,
Selkies.
is a Selkie.
Would I kiss a Selkie?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know. Oh, hugging the Epcot ball.
Look,
Hiding in the Epcot ball.
I'm from the British Isles,
Yeah.
and we've got like a long tradition of Selkies
Yeah.
and mermaids
Yeah.
and like falling in love with the Selkies.
Yeah. Jack gave a thumbs up.
Eravoid says 100% they're big spas material Selkies.
Yeah. This individual is touching this other individual. Look at the size of the head on this body.
Yeah, totally.
And the size of this bum.
Palopion says, I love all this kissing in the water. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of water kissing. Lots of birds. More kissing. Kissing in the swan boat.
It's a swan boat. I like this gold sort of like bracer around the big.
It makes it feel like a globe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like that's the equatorial line.
And here we're doing. Bosch has come back to this image several times.
Yeah.
Of
People
sort of
standing
like-
on their heads.
yeah, like
Yeah.
essential excess
Yeah.
is. Are you standing on your
Oh
head?
yeah, a headstand. Oh my god, don't even get me started. Who? So who turned up the temperature?
Can you stand on your head?
I used to be able to. I don't know if I could now. I think I'm afraid of falling on my neck.
This is something that adults are very scared of.
Yeah.
And children don't give a shit about.
Look at this rodeo.
Look at this beautiful pink cow.
Oh my god.
This beautiful pink
I mean, is
pig.
Is this where we leave it?
No,
Oh.
we need a clearer image.
Oh, sure. And it's
Like-
not this individual riding a white hog?
No. God, this is
I did
great,
zoom out
though.
a little, so we are seeing quite a bit of the image. Is this where strawberry milk comes from?
Is this where strawberry milk comes
Is
from?
this where strawberry milk
Chat.
comes from? Is this where strawberry milk comes from? Yeah. Oh, mud bath. Oh, no, never mind. Regular bath.
This is us in the hot springs before New
Before
Mexico
COVID
caught
happened.
fire.
Oh, yeah. New Mexico. Yeah. That's definitely us in the hot springs in New Mexico.
Egg.
Egg!
Balance
Oh,
the egg on your...
Egg on the head. Oh, I think we've been here before.
Oh, shit!
I think we've been here before.
Mina Lenahan. Mina Lenahan says, home!
Yeah, we have. See? Oh,
Shit.
so much context. Wow. Surely this has got to be it, Jack.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3 right now,
This guy is saying, oh, brother.
and frankly, I don't know why we made that game.
When we could just be looking at Hieronymus Bosch's Garden of Earthly Delights?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, chat.
Well, chat.
Mina
Well,
Lenahan
chat.
says, I know a fun endpoint.
Oh, uh-oh. What do you got for us, bud? All right, buddy. All right, champ.
Map ruler Mina Lenahan, who knows the painting.
Southwest. All right. Okay. Yeah.
I love this creature.
Oh yeah, with the big eyes. I love that this guy is holding this fish like they're a kid with pretending that a stick
Shooting
is a sniper
gun.
rifle. Yeah.
I picked up, when we were in Costco the other day, I picked up a...
Fish.
Oh God, what was it?
I don't know.
It was like a...
Vacuum
It was like a garden
hose.
sprayer gun.
Oh, yes, like a power washer.
Like, it was a power washer gun.
Yeah.
And I aimed down it like it was a gun, like a fantasy gun. But I haven't done that for a long time. Pretended a thing was a gun. We got a beautiful... Whoa! That's a moth?
Wow. Great moth. The scale I don't quite understand. That's a dandelion.
It's a thistle, my love.
No. Oh. Oh. Lazy outside the apple.
Mina Lenahan says, more west now. My worry is that we've gone too far south.
Peeping out. Oh, eating.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Eating!
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, whoa. Sorry. Look at this grape orgy. Inviting all the buds over to eat grapes?
In the pool?
Inviting all my friends over to eat grapes in the pool?
Holy shit. Imagine.
Yeah,
Chat, imagine.
I'm imagining.
It's twilight.
Yeah, say more.
You've had a delicious barbecue
Yeah,
with the bros.
yeah. Is it a vinegar-based barbecue?
You're from Virginia, so I guess yes.
Okay,
Then
yeah.
night falls.
Say more.
The big moon comes up.
The big moon.
Into the pool
Into
you go.
the pool.
What's the treat for the bros?
It's grapes.
Many large purple grapes.
Me and the lads crowding around the bunch of grapes, all of us leaning forward, our mouths open, waiting to caress a grape between our lips.
Thrilled about the grapes.
Delicious. like little fish we collect around the grapes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of us.
11 of us.
Delight.
Me and 10 of my closest lads, ready to eat the grapes.
The grapes are offered to us by a lady.
Correct. Do not use your hands on the grapes, only mouths.
She's in a peach. The man and the lady are in the peach, and they delight in offering us the grapes.
And me mates doing headstands.
If you get too tired, you can sleep on the grape.
And me mates doing a headstand.
Bro's doing a headstand.
And covering up his ween.
And his ween is, I want to say, Okay,
Yeah.
Bro's a little weird.
Yeah.
His ween is an orange perforated by a needle. Two birds. Two birds are
I don't think that's weird at all, Jack.
popping out of it.
Your genitals can be whatever you want them to be.
Okay, yeah, fair enough, but you're in the pool
Yeah, I'm in the pool eating
with
grapes with
your
my lads.
10 other lads.
Yeah.
And you look over.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish you wouldn't body shame my friends. Oh, what? Oh, butter.
Wait.
These are the uninvited lads. These lads came to my barbecue last time, and they dropped a pulled pork sandwich in the pool, and they're not allowed to come to any more of my pool parties, because when twilight hits, they want to throw. They want to spike a pulled pork sandwich into my pool, and last time it got into the hot tub, and the pool party had to end, and I had to drain the whole pool.
Only the bird gets to give them the grapes, and the grapes that the bird gives them, despite the fact that the bird is beautifully detailed, they are the foul grapes.
They have to hang out in the sandy lot next to the pool so that they can eat only the grapes that are given to them by the bird.
They turn blue when they eat the bird's grapes, the foul grapes of the bird.
And I weep for them.
I weep for them.
Where are we in the painting? We find the lads in... Oh. Yeah. That's how I feel when I get into bed at the end of the day. Yeah, and this is the ornate peach.
Oh!
Yeah.
Grape delight.
Great. I think this is it. I think this has to be where we have bedtime. Because it's now 10 p.m. even.
10 p.m. even.
It's bedtime.
Chat.
Listen.
Minor Lenehan says, 2 sex.
Tiny foot. Oh. I dropped my phone very near the microphone. Yeah, thank you. I mean, whether or not Minor Lenehan comes back and says, go to the side for scooches, I had a great time.
Yeah, this is a very fun way to do a stream.
Yep.
Everest says this was a delight. Thank you, Everest.
I had a delightful time.
Yeah, it is so much fun playing things that aren't games on stream with y'all.
Big
I have
time.
so much fun. Minor Lenehan says, I found a Venmo equivalent donate button here, and they link their Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Minor Lenehan /about. This has been so much fun. We have some,
Ads starting soon. Oh, Lord, Twitch. It's so awkward. We're trying to close out the stream. I ate a bunch of blueberries today.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't.
When's the last time you had a grape?
That would have to be in England.
Do you think the last time we had grapes was in England?
Well, I can't speak for you. I haven't had
I don't
any
know the last time I
American
had grapes in America. I'm presumably the last time you had... I don't know why I'm presuming the last time you had grapes is when I had grapes. I don't remember when I last had grapes.
Everest says that they had a grape today off their vines. Wow.
Whoa!
Everest, are you able to say where your grapevines were in a way that makes sense to us but isn't explanatory for other viewers?
What does that mean?
I don't want Everest to dox themselves
Yeah.
by explaining where their grapes are, but I want to know where on their property grapes grow. Everest says the ones over the archway. That doesn't explain it.
No, I didn't think that it would.
By the back patio.
Yeah, I can conjure it in my mind's eye. Can you?
I can picture the back patio, but I can't picture grapes growing there.
Well, you'll just have to pretend. Oh, final map.
Whoa!
Wow! Wow!
Wow, we hit the painting.
Wow! What great work from
Holy
Minor
shit.
Lenahan.
So, stream 1, down this way,
Yeah.
up here,
Yeah.
round here.
Yep. And then no, Jack. We went up,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
and then we ended at the owl. Yeah, the last half hour was buck wild. Y'all moved so fast. That was all me.
Up to the owl,
Yep.
and then we went up here,
Mm-hmm.
round here,
Mm-hmm.
round here,
Mm.
down here.
Mm. And then we went up. Yeah.
Up,
And then down.
down.
And then we hit the cat with the bird in its mouth from before. And then
Then-
I was like, I've got a fever. And the only prescription is more Boscho.
Hunting for Jesus.
Yeah.
Found Jesus.
Found Jesus.
North.
Yeah.
The creatures emerged from the water.
They sure did.
Then, up here.
Yeah, I was like, we gotta find this fountain. It was not the fountain. I know.
To these weirdos
Yeah.
and some birds.
Then we went up.
To the
And we
base
saw-
of this architecture.
We
here.
did. Yeah, we saw the base
Here
of
are
that.
the people with the massive.
And it felt very grounding to find that architecture again. I don't
And
know about
here
you,
are
but
the-
I felt a real pang of joy.
The Zitayans are here.
Mm.
Then all the people going into the egg.
Mm.
Then the large
Yeah.
blue circle.
Yeah.
The people riding
The earth.
the earth. Minor Lenahan says the bit above Jesus was incredible, and it kills me that you missed it. Wow, that's there. Okay, here are some more people standing in a kind of pool.
Yeah.
Then down here. Then down here. Then across to the women in the beach.
Yep.
Feeding these 9 people some grapes. They enjoy the grapes. This person's doing a sort of handstand in
Yeah.
the water with a
And their genitals can be whatever they want.
whatever they want, even if that's a peach with birds emerging from it. Now, up here we have the bird feeding a small grape to some people who don't deserve it. Oof. That might be it.
Wow. And the breaking news to the right, I choose to ignore.
Fuck it. Okay, well.
Y'all. Yeah, this is it. That's the stuff. Thank you so much for coming out to tonight's
thanks
stream.
so much.
Thank you for every single dollar that any of you donated to take care of our little cat, Virginia. Whether that's through subscriptions, through coffee donations, through donating to the GoFundMe that Jack and I launched that was funded in 40 minutes.
Genuinely unbelievable.
Unbelievable. We are so grateful and right now a little sleepy. And Virginia has a little cone on her head and doesn't quite know what to make of that. But she is perfect and small and soft, and we love her.
And we will see you probably next week.
Yeah, next week.
we will come back to Boscho. The fact that we've kind of struck Boscho off the list of things
Does not
that
mean
we
that this
promised.
is the end of Boscho.
No, we've got
No,
more
no, no.
Boscho to go.
Definitely.
And, we've been talking about kind of the next stream in the series of, like, Hammerka Schlemmer and Boscho. Like, we have, I think, pretty workable ideas for
Definitely.
non-games bullshit to do. All of which I'm very excited about.
And our regularly scheduled streams, things like Disco Elysium and Inscription and things like that, and Nancy will all come back in due time, but we're still sort of navigating, taking care of our cat and all the things that requires of us. So we super appreciate your patience as we navigate that landscape, and we will be back to all those kinds of things pretty soon.
Yeah. All right. Have a good evening, everybody.
Or morning.
Or morning.
Or midday.
Or midday.
Or whatever time zone you happen to be in.
Look at the clock.
Look at the clock and say to yourself, I'm going to have a good one.
How does it feel to be here?
Yeah. Say,
right now.
Am I taking care of myself?
If so,
carry on. If not, what's one step you can make right now? Glass of water, going to bed. You're in charge. Yeah. Altruist says, I'm in charge. And I'm going to have a good night. Exactly. And you know what? For my own life, I'm in charge. And I'm going to have a good night.
All right. Good night, everybody. We will see
everyone.
you next week.
We will.
Bye.
Right. Bye.